We see you guys in the chat. We see you. Roland, Happy, Shelly, Corporate Worker. That's a good ticker handle. Whatever. YouTube handle. We see you guys. We're live now.
Who's got my glasses?
I think I saw those in my drawer yesterday. I'm not even joking. I'm not even kidding. I think they're in my drawer.
No, I don't think they are. I think they're in my car.
Wait. Again, whose glasses are in my... All right, whatever. Whatever. What is up, everyone? Good morning. Welcome to Benzinga Live. Spencer Israel, Aaron Bree, a.k.a. AB.
Whoa.
Whoa, what the...
Whoa, we're getting funky out here.
What the hell? Rohan, what are you doing, man?
I think I ate the wrong chocolate bar this morning.
Whoa. Whoa, now we're green like the market. Just kidding. That's cool.
This is a very serious news show.
I didn't know we could do that. Did you know we could do that?
We've done that on the show before.
Not on days I've been here.
Well, maybe on days you were in an altered state of mind.
Whoa, that was really cool. Thank you for that, Rohan. That was fun.
And
now we're black and white, which is actually, we should stay like black and white, I think. This works for us. This works for...
Replace the...
this works for me.
Replace the computer with a typewriter.
I'm a fan of the black and white. Let's just stick with that for the rest of the day. And not even acknowledge it. Just not even acknowledge it.
I do think I think you would make a great supporting role in a movie if it was about a newsroom in the 1980s. Kind of like a...
well, I was watching, I told you, over the weekend I watched the movie The Post, which takes place in the early 70s.
Okay.
And about the Washington Post. I would...
It's not Spotlight about Boston Globe? I've seen that movie.
I could definitely be like a runner in the 70s. Or like a wire reporter, you know,
no, definitely.
Hello, Johnny, we got some breaking news here, something.
That's why I feel like when I met you, Spencer, I felt like I kind of knew you because I was like, oh, I went to J school with kids like that.
Kids like that. Thank you. Thank you. That's me. Anyway, welcome to Benzinga Live. We're going to talk about Microsoft. We're going to talk about the SEC. We're going to talk about GameStop. We're going to talk about AMD because I have a YOLO trade on as of an hour ago.
Oh, I'm glad Jay Rice is in the chat. I've got something I want to ask him about.
We're going to talk about whatever that is. And we're going to talk Biotech with Vivi at 11:45. Hot Stocks, Luke Jacobi will I'm assuming he's going to show up today. And then we got some trivia for you in an hour and a half, 1 o'clock. We've been doing some trivia, give away some free Benzinga swag or something. Or I'll give away my phone number. No, I don't know. So... we got a few hundred people watching right now. Go ahead and smash the like button. Give me
a follow on Instagram.
Follow him on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at SJ Israel.
We're getting the Twitch channel up and running soon.
Well, what do you mean? We're on Twitch.
Yeah, but we're gonna do some more game streaming.
Okay.
But I feel like we've been saying that for a while.
We have been. Yeah. All right, here we go.
This is Benzinga Live. Spencer Israel and producer AB.
What's up, everybody? How are we doing?
Someone told me buy high, sell higher.
Let's get Matt Hammond on the show to talk some IPOs. Jake Wojacek from Trend Spider. We have
breaking news. I can see Shelly said what topic.
Yeah, chat's a little far away. I can read the chat. It's just a little bit small.
Microsoft, the fact that...
Oh, that is helpful, actually. Thank you, Rohan. Wow.
Yeah, but now I'm just curious if over time it's gotten...
Whatever. Okay, let's bring up the chart of Microsoft here. This is why we're down today. This is the chart, and let me show you exactly what the news was. If I go to I have a separate news tab in Benzinga. Wait, hold on a second. Is that just because Rohan zoomed in? Rohan, what are you doing, man? Rohan. Look at my face. Rohan, what are you doing over there? Fix it. Oh my gosh. I can't even finish my point. What I was trying to say was I have a separate news feed, a tab open in Benzinga Pro that I keep just for press releases and SEC filings. So if we hop into that newsfeed that I have, and we just do a ticker search for Microsoft, MSFT. All right. You see all the PRs, all the filings, and you see a filing that hit at 9:02 a.m. Eastern time this morning. It says Form 8. That means it's an 8K. It means it's a corporate update. Let's click on that bad boy. And let's scroll down here. I'm not sure why it's not opening. Should open a little bigger. Maybe because... No, that should open more. That's not... Whatever. So we have... Yeah, it's hard to see, though, because here, you know what? Let me just refresh, because the window should open bigger. So I'm just going to refresh my Pro for a second, and then I want to show you what Microsoft said today, and that explains why the stock is down. Somewhat. All right, here we go. Here we go. That's better. All right. So going to the 8K, we're scrolling down. Oh, we've got a corporate presentation. An FX update. A Forex update through May. All right. And here is the bottom line. Microsoft said this morning, I'm paying attention to this revenue line item right here. The bottom line here is they see Forex headwinds. All right, the strong dollar. Did I get that right, Aaron? The strong dollar,
correct,
is creating revenue. It's creating problems on a Forex basis, and due to the strong dollar and the weakening other weakening global currencies against that dollar, they have lowered their revenue guidance for the the current quarter. They've lowered their revenue guidance. You can see here. This on the left was their old revenue guidance range. On the right is their new revenue guidance range. And the 46-cent loss is sort of like the impact that they see the Forex having on the business. So basically, Microsoft came out this morning and said, we're going to make a little bit less money than we thought we were due to the Forex markets and currencies. Now, let's go back to the chart. You can see the market does not like this. There's two ways to interpret this, Aaron. The glass half full way to interpret this is Microsoft coming out and saying that they're going to make less money through absolutely no fault of their own. This has nothing to do with the business. This has nothing to do with the cloud, nothing to do with supply chains. This is Forex. It is out of everyone's control. It's out of their control, certainly, and it's going to impact, their revenue in the short term here. But this is probably not going to be a long-term problem. Easy Mike saying it's a dollar spread. Thank you.
And it kind of reminds me. It's not exactly analogous, I guess, to what Target's CEO said, because if we go back, so Target, obviously the last report wasn't great. The stock was trading down like 25%. Maybe even more, 30% the day after.
Yep.
But when you looked into what he was saying, he was basically like, nah, the consumer is still resilient. The demand is there.
Right.
It's just the consumption mix is different, so our inventory is not the same. It's not the same with Microsoft, but they're basically saying the demand is still there. We're still selling our services and products. It's just we're going to make a little bit less money. Like Target was saying, hey, we're still our stores are still busy. We're still selling goods. We're fine. We're just going to make a little bit less money because our inventory's a little jacked up. Microsoft saying we're going to make a little bit less money because of the strong dollar, because of the Forex exchange rates. And Microsoft's not the only company that deals in international business. So you got to assume that this will come hit other companies' balance sheets and revenue statements as well. Although maybe for whatever reason, Microsoft is a little bit more exposed to this. Maybe they are just the first major big company to come out and get in front of this. So I still think, week ago, people are still spending money. Are there headwinds? Yes, sure. Are there always going to be some degree of headwinds? Sure. But I think still right now, for the most part, we are in a position where a lot of the headwinds that we have been looking at are in a position to start getting better as opposed to getting worse.
Yep. So the glass half full is everything that Aaron and I just said. All right. This is not a... this is not a referendum on Microsoft's business. This is out of their control. The glass half empty approach here is if you didn't bother to look at the actual 8K itself, and or you just saw the headline, and all you see is, hey, bottom line, Microsoft just said their revenue projections are lower. They're lowering their projections for their revenue for the quarter. I don't like it. In fact, I hate it when one of the biggest stocks in the world comes out and gives a negative warning like Microsoft did today. And when they do this, as Aaron just said, it's not as if this is a Microsoft problem. This is an everyone problem. So why wouldn't we expect Apple and Google and everyone else, frankly, to say the same thing, right? We should. We talk about the market being sensitive to a certain number of stocks. The biggest stocks have outsized influence. So when Microsoft dropped this morning on this headline, it took the S&P with it. It took the NASDAQ right with it. We were green. We were green all morning, and we turned red on this. Right now we're back in the green here. But the glass half empty approach is, I never want to see a big gun like Microsoft coming out and say anything negative, especially with rates going up and maybe a recession on the horizon.
We talked yesterday, Spencer, about watching what a company does off news, and if a company had was it that had good news yesterday and the stock was trading down, or
Delta? You're talking about Delta Airlines?
Yeah. So, and this to me, I mean, Microsoft come out and gave no doubt something that should and can be construed as bearish. However, I mean, Microsoft stock we just looked at is holding up. I mean, it's down 2%. It's certainly had worse days in the past couple months, and the Qs are up.
It's true.
Nearly, let's see, the Qs are up right now 0.8%, almost 0.9%. So, to me, looking at a couple weeks ago, if we got the headline of Microsoft giving some bad news, and I know
stock is down 5%,
and the Qs are down 3%. So I think right now you can look at that and look at the price action and say, maybe investors are feeling a little bit.
Well, that's a good thought, because let's look at Facebook here, or Meta, whatever. I'm never going to call it Meta. Okay, I just abjectly refuse. The stock dropped yesterday because their CEO, Sheryl Sandberg, is stepping down. And look at Facebook today. It's like it never happened. So this is certainly a positive sign. You're asking, wait a minute, the Qs are up and Microsoft is down? Ipso facto, there has to be some broad strength in
Tesla.
In other mega cap tech
Tesla
stocks.
Today, carrying the
Boom,
really.
Done. Let's do it. TSLA. Yeah. Up. Wow. Was there news, or is this just Tesla being Tesla?
This is just Tesla being Tesla.
Is it really?
I think so. I don't think there's news.
There's like never news on Tesla. It's always just the stock is its own thing. Wow. That's.
Oh.
Wait. What?
So, but Tesla's just built their whole new gigafactory in Berlin and stuff.
Yep.
Apparently, this is according to Reuters. Some German executives from Tesla are saying "Nein, danke."
You're gonna have to speak English.
It means no, thank you. To going back to the office.
Also, Elon said, "Come back or you're fired," and they said no.
They said "Nein, danke." That's what this headline says. I don't know. I assume this means no, thank you. Because I know donkey means thank you.
That 9 does mean no, so that would make sense. You know what else is having itself a bit of a good day? Is AMD. I threw a YOLO long position on AMD about an hour or so ago. I bought a few shares at 104. What would I pay? 104.64. 104.64 is what I paid for AMD. I'm up almost $2 now, Aaron. Do I sell, or do I just diamond hand YOLO and do all that stuff?
I don't know. I mean, it's AMD. I would just hold on to it.
All right.
It's a good company.
That's cool. That's what I'll do. That's what I will do. AMD. Yeah, Zinniati, what up, man? What else? Aaron, do you have seller's remorse in Tesla? Is that what's happening here?
No, actually not at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I mean,
Yeah, sorry.
I think I may have missed out on like a few $100s of gains had I sold today instead of 2 weeks ago, but I think I'd still want to sell.
All I know is I cringe. Like at least once a month, my dad and I will be talking, and my dad mentions that he wants to buy Tesla, and I cringe. Every time he says it, I shudder at the thought of my dad buying Tesla. But anyway, that's where we're at. So hey, frankly, this is a pretty good day, right? If you just looked at the SPY and you say, oh, we're up 2/3%, so it's like a fine day. It's actually a very good day when you consider we had a negative Facebook headline and a negative Microsoft headline in the last 18 hours. And both stocks have, in Microsoft's case, it stopped going up, it stopped going down. In Facebook's case, it came all the way back. So pretty good day out there, right? We certainly have more green than red on the screen, which is very encouraging. Very encouraging. So those are my overall market thoughts today. Even watching these energy stocks, I know they're taking a bit of a breather today. You can't go up every day, but ExxonMobil, we had some OPEC noise.
Is Vivi still coming on?
Vivi should be here in a few moments. Yep. By the way, I did not write down the tickers that you asked Vivi for last week. I hope she did, because I don't know. Why are we up low? Shelly's asking. Shelly, you know the answer to that question. We're up because the algos say we're up, right? That's it. And I know we were like, here, let's pull up a 15.
Might buy some Tesla calls. It doesn't look like it's going to slow down.
Look at this. This red candle here, that was Lael Brainerd saying that the Fed's not going to stop, can't stop, won't stop raising rates. Okay. Look at that. Dip just gets bought. It's just chop. It's just chop. That's all. There doesn't have to be a reason. Okay, we're back. Oh, we're all the way back up to yesterday's afternoon high. Anyway. All right, I don't want to talk about the SEC yet because I want to wait till after Vivi is on, because I have some thoughts. I know you have thoughts too. The SEC has this new public awareness campaign, and I'm sure it seemed like a good idea. But it is.
I thought it was pretty good, honestly.
All right. Well, let's save it. Let's save it for after Vivi, because she's joining us right now, actually. So it makes sense for me to put my headphones on.
I'm gonna let you run with Vivi for a sec because I forgot that I parked my car illegally and I have to go move it. Might already be.
You what?
Parked my car illegally and I was gonna go run out and move it.
What do you mean you parked your car illegally?
It's a long story. Basically, I was hopping on a client interview for Michael Murray, filling in for him.
Yeah.
And I was running like a couple minutes late, and the parking lot, I parked in one of the spots designated for parents to drop their kids off at school.
Oh, okay.
And I meant to, like, I was like, oh, it'll be fine. I'll do this interview. I'll go run out.
And you
move
forgot.
My car, and I forgot.
All right. You should go move your car before you get towed, or a boot, whatever is worse.
I'll be back, guys.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I actually was going through some paperwork the other day and realized I had 2 outstanding parking tickets, one of which I'll pay, one of which I don't think I want to pay. So if anyone has experience just not paying parking tickets, let me know in the chat. All right. Every week at this time, we bring on Vivi, the Bio Queen, to come and talk whatever is on her mind. Biotech stocks. Maybe she has thoughts on stocks she's watching for ASCO, the big conference tomorrow. So let's bring her on right now. Vivi, how we doing?
Hello. Good. How are you?
Doing fantastic. How are the markets treating you? Any better this week than last week?
Yeah, much better. I don't know what's going on with the volume. There's no volume, and the market it's going up with the SPY. So yesterday I made money with the puts, but today I had some puts. I had to close them really quick.
Puts on what?
And I don't know what happened. It's just been moving on up, It's crazy. And the next guy's still not at $70 a share. It's pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. We don't have can we check the daily on XBI just to see how down? Man, look at that.
Hold on. XBI, look at the daily. All right, it stopped going down.
Yeah, I mean, the lowest was 61.78.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've got no issue buying the XBI here, like for a trade.
Yeah,
and you just stop yourself out either at 66. If you want to go a little bit more, you go 60. That low is 61. It's a little far away from me, but you can go 66 as a stop.
I think that you can even go wrong buying leaps over here. This thing has to bounce. Has to bounce. Like buying leaps,
doesn't have to.
By calls here, because I think that we hit the bottom already at a 61.78. But we, some people call it that we haven't hit the bottom in SPY, right? There was a huge put inbound for puts for December, so it could go further down, But if you look at the daily chart here, it's been pretty much going through between 70 and 66, so it's almost like consolidating on the daily a little bit, But it's risky for sure. I wanted just to pull out BCRX. I haven't forgot. Anybody that bought BCRX, it's at 973 right now. What happened was, I told you, they became the $100, the $200 potential stock became only like a $17 potential stock based on a factor D pipeline. But the good news is they halted the enrollment, but they kept people on the studies, and it seems to be that the $400 milligram dose has the same efficacy effect as the 5, and the 5 is the one that had a couple patients with the creatine levels being increased. So my hope here is that once they figure out the right dosage, and if we still have to bring benefits versus risks, we can lift the enrollment and continue the factor D pipeline, and literally the stock will go from 9 to the sky is the limit. So
the problem is that's like a several quarter long process, right?
Yeah,
this is not gonna it's not gonna happen overnight.
This is a good long hold, though. There are they have a commercial product that it's pulling almost $200 million a year. But it's tricky. Like when you said, there's all the ASCO companies posting their posters, but a lot of these companies don't have a commercial drug, so they have to keep diluting and trying to raise capital for their studies, and that's why the interest rate being so up right now. I think it's just harder and harder for people to borrow money. And I think that's why a lot of these small biocaps are struggling right now. Don't you agree?
I mean, that's certainly, yes. These are, I totally agree. Vivi, I didn't write down any of the tickers from last week. Did you?
I don't think we had it. I mean,
no, I think we had a couple, but I don't have any paper in front of me or anything. So
no, I don't have it in front of me. I don't know what happened. But do we have any calls? I can also take a look here, like right here off the bat.
Well, like Patrick asked about Bingo, BNGO, which like we talked about before on on the segment here. I don't know if your opinion has changed.
I used to have BNGO, because they have their genomic machine.
Yeah.
But we needed to see, are they trading out of cash? I would have to look at the financials, because they do have a product that they're selling out of the hospital, because that's how they detect it's a gene editing, like you just like to test people. So and it's supposed to be a really good machine, but it's just a matter of it's so low at a 168. Right now it's a matter of are they trading below cash value, or what are their sales versus their expenses? I think that's what's going to count, but I can definitely take a look just to see what they're pulling per quarter. But I got stopped out of here. I used to have a bingo, but look at the chart. Like every single biotech right now, it's so hard for me to be really bubbly and excited about it, because everything is down like 60-70%. You can throw darts at it, look at the chart, and just swing, So I've seen a lot of stocks doing well, like for example the CNTX, the presenting ASCO. I told you I got it at a 150 and went all the way to 2 something. So I think there's room, look, I got it at 156. It's now is a 225. So I feel like there's a lot of stocks with the catalyst that we can play the chart and the volume and still make money. But it's tough to swing on this market. Don't you agree too? Because it's just swinging. It's right now. It's tough. I mean, cash is gold right now. So I think everyone is kind of you just have to put tight stops, when you are trading these small biotechs.
Yeah, I mean, I really couldn't agree more. Like you said, you can probably just throw darts at the board. The thing is, Vivi, it's like a handful of these companies. You can go through the list of the stocks that are in the IBB or the XBI and look at the charts, and they all look the same. A handful of them are gonna come back, but a lot of them won't. And unfortunately, we don't know. Obviously, if we did know, we would tell you which ones are going to do it, which ones aren't. But that's what makes this so difficult. It makes it so exciting, but it also makes it so difficult is we don't really know, for every BNGO, right, or for every, BNTX or anything, right? Like there are some that are going to come back, and there's going to be the one that comes back and 4 that don't, right? And
yeah. That's the problem, so I feel like you gotta, trade the trends.
Yeah.
And put a tight stop. I mean, I bought a couple of weeks ago. Wow, look at Sava. Gee.
Oh, did you see that yesterday or Tuesday, Vivi?
No, what happened?
You see that on Tuesday?
So what was the news?
So I don't actually know why it spiked on Tuesday, but I know yesterday there was an article in a medical journal that was retracted that was about Cassava's Alzheimer's thing.
Did you see the Biogen? Take a Biogen. The reps are getting laid off. I think there's something going on with their.
Really?
Yeah, the reps just got laid off. The ones that are selling the Alzheimer's drug. So remember,
yeah. That's not. Yeah, they said they were gonna. They were done with that. So that.
Oh, they were.
Yeah.
All the controversy, right?
Right. Exactly. So Biogen, I think they said a few months ago that they were done. They. And I isn't the CEO? Didn't the CEO resign? I think the CEO resigned.
Yeah. It was a big controversy because the FDA, people are like, FDA is how they are approving this drug that it's not any better than placebo and blah blah blah. But look at it, the performance too has lost a lot of. Look from July, right, of last year.
I know.
It's like 50% down. It's nuts. And Biogen is a solid company. Is not only the Alzheimer's medication, in a pipeline. So I feel like any of these big cap pharmaceutical companies, they're good long-term investments because people are not going to stop needing medication. They're not going to stop, having cancer. Yeah. So it's just a matter of, look at Tesla, look at Amazon. Everything is so down right now that you just, anything that you buy, and if you're willing to hold for 5 years, I think we're good,
That's the thing is having a willingness to hold. Do you have any stocks you're planning for ASCO, the big oncology conference that starts tomorrow and goes through the weekend?
I am. I have a CRIS because they do have actually the Jeffrey Healthcare Conference on Thursday.
Wait, CRIS?
CRIS. Yeah, they're very beat down.
No kidding. It's 82 cents.
Yeah. So pretty much I am holding. I mean, the next catalyst would be the FDA lifting the hold that they have on one of the things, but they have they have a conference coming on June 9th. So I probably will sell before that conference, but I'm just like again, I'm just trading the trends. I got it at 77 cents. So I'm just holding and until just carry on the momentum until this conference. So
is that the only name you have for the weekend?
That I'm trading right now. I'm doing a lot of options, and being cash every single day. That's what's been working for me. So I'm like, the Bio Queen is really like the bio trade, like the options trader, because that's what I've been mainly doing is SPY, QQQ, just because the market is so uncertain,
Yeah, I hear you. All right, Vivi, I didn't get the chance to tell you this, so I'm just going to tell you right now. But this will be the last time that you and me are on here together, because
no.
yeah, I'm leaving at the end of the week here. So
you, Spencer. Gotta keep in touch.
Do you have any life advice for me about biotech stocks for the rest of that I can take with me for the rest of my life?
Just stay away from those that don't have approved drugs.
Stay away from companies that don't have approved drugs. That's great advice. Yes. That's great. That's great.
Actually, not approved, not even approved drugs, but drugs are actually making money. Stay away from the small I mean, look at LCTX. I still believe that company, but Roche has a deal with them, so they are doing retina regeneration. I think they're still right now.
You said LCTX, is that it? Okay.
Yep. Look at that at $1.30. I'm holding. That's one of those that I'm holding long term. They never were able. They call themselves the Amazon of a cell therapy, and they never were able to ever find a company that can regenerate the retina and restore the retina in patients, and that's the company that Roche just got into agreement with. So Roche is behind it. So I feel like they're like only a year or a year and a half out from having, this approved new therapy. So it's kind of a surgery. You go in, you get the frozen cells. And I guess the type of cells that they have kind of matches the cells that you have in your retina and regenerates. So these patients are actually gaining sight. If you go on the website, you have the patients giving their testimony. So, and they're studying on the spine as well. So I interviewed the CEO. I believe in this company. Roche is behind it. They just had an agreement with Roche a couple months back. But, it's one of those companies that they needed to have that approved drug, but having a big pharma behind it is huge, because they need the funding. So that's another thing you want to look for, if you look at ADAP, they have a deal with Genentech for up to $4 billion. So they're fully funded until 2023, ADAP. And look at the price right now. Look at the price. And they're fully funded by Genentech.
So the caveat is look for companies that have drugs, A, have approved drugs, B, have approved drugs that make money, or C, are in partnerships with other firms to bring in money.
Exactly. I think that's the key. I mean, having partnerships with the big pharma, having a company back them out and having, being funded, for a couple of years out. I mean, they're just so beat down. So I do believe in Adaptive Immune. It's one of those two that I have. I don't even want to open my 401k, but it's one of those two that I have that I believe will be a big winners one day.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Awesome. Vivi.
So good luck with everything. Keep in touch. We have each other's number. So when you're in San Diego, give a holla.
I don't know when that'll be, but if it ever happens, I will give you a shout.
Come to San Diego one day. Come on.
Well, if you're ever in New York, I'll be moving into the New York City area. So if you're ever in New York City,
okay. So my brother lives in Brooklyn, so I'll definitely see you in New York City.
That's so out of the way. I can't get all the way to Brooklyn.
Are you gonna live at the village?
That's what everyone in New York says. Brooklyn is where people go, and it's like the farm upstate. You never come back.
No, he used to be at the village. Oh, and now he moved to Brooklyn. Nice. So are you going to live by the village too?
No, I'll be in Jersey. I'll be in Jersey.
What are you talking about? Yeah, you complain about New York City. Are you going to be in Hoboken or?
Close. I'll be close to it. Yeah, I'm not going to be in Hoboken, but I'll be in that neck of the woods for now, and then we'll see.
Okay. Cool. You
all
guys
right.
have good luck with everything.
Bye, Vivi.
You guys, who is gonna cover you next week?
Oh,
Aaron?
you can't see. Hold on, you can't see him. There he is.
Okay, Aaron. I'll see you next week.
Hi, Vivi.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right.
Wait, Vivi, check your email. I sent you an email.
Did you get your car? Was your car even there?
My car was there.
Did you ever take it?
No.
Look at you. I got lucky over the weekend. I didn't tell the story. I went downtown to go to the Van Gogh thing down here, and I parked in a spot in a lot that was like a permit lot only, and I got away with it.
Oh,
So I was pretty happy with that.
I was just reminded I got an email from Jason. I was just reminded of something that I meant to ask today. For anyone out there, all right. I want you to drop a 1 in the chat if you have not signed up for a Benzinga Pro free trial but would be interested in a special AB extended trial.
I never was allowed to do this.
It comes with a stipulation, a clause in the contract. All right, Patrick Kanoy, you're my first
victim.
My first victim. So I'll be upfront with you guys. You guys are. We take pride in this show and being transparent and being open. So I am just going to share my screen and show you guys exactly the favor I'm asking, and if it's still something that you guys are interested in, I will have you guys email me, and instead of basically getting a 2-week free trial to Benzinga Pro, you will get a month for free, and plus the potential to even maybe keep it a little bit longer than that. All right, sorry, I'm just getting ready to share my screen. So if you guys have been watching this show, you have seen us add our trade ideas into this new handy little cool trade ideas widget. So I'll show you guys what that looks like here. So I'll show you. So it's super easy. So I'm gonna go. I'm bearish on CVX, Chevron, Y, OPEC Plus announced it officially. That's not how you spell officially.
That's okay.
Officially.
It's a tough word.
Nope. 2 Fs. Officially.
Yeah, 2 Fs.
Agreed to increase production, which should lower the price of oil.
Makes sense, right?
Duration, swing trade, risk, high risk, plain puts that expire next Friday. Boom, I am done. So essentially with this special extended free trial, the stipulation, the clause is that you are going to be expected to post at least 1 trade idea a day. And if you guys just watch me do all that, it took about 30 seconds. It doesn't have to be super fledged out, but it can't just be, I think it's going up, right? It has to have some value, right? Like we have people that are posting technical explanations on here. You can see Mitch, he will post his story trades on there as well. So for anyone out there that is still listening, if you are interested in doing this, essentially being kind of a guinea pig for this new tool we have.
Being guinea pigs is fun. I've been a beta tester for many Benzinga products over the years. It's great.
All right. So anyone still interested, shoot me an email, aaronbree@benzinga.com. Just put Benzinga Pro special offer or something along those lines in the subject line.
Yeah, and anyone who wants to shoot me an email, just not about that, but just for fun, there's my email, spencerisrael@benzinga.com. You have a day and a half to email me before it'll get lost forever. You can just say hi, or you don't have to, but you can say hi if you want. All right. Aaron, yesterday there was something that you wanted to talk about, and you forgot to bring it up, and then I asked you separately about it, and you said, "Oh yeah, I meant to bring it up yesterday."
Yeah, I had already written an article.
And I, because I want to talk about this SEC thing, so I'm going to share my screen here right now. And did you guys see this? I'm sure you did, right? The SEC has done this new public interest campaign, public awareness campaign. I'll drop the link in the chat. They call Investomania. All right. Now, all it is really is just a series of videos, right? You can click on the different ones and watch them. I am sure, and the volume's not on, so you can't hear it, but I am sure that once upon a time, you know what? Here, let's watch one. Can we watch one?
Yeah.
All right.
I thought it was just one video.
No, it's a few videos. Wait. So if I turn the volume on here, let's see if it'll play. Let's go full. Let's go full screen.
That's only what I've seen.
Let's see if it'll play.
I'll take celebrity endorsement.
You should buy crypto. Trust me, I'm an actor.
I'm in.
Investing is not a game, so be careful where you get your advice. Do your own research at investor.gov. Before you invest, investor.gov.
Okay.
I'll take celebrity.
Sorry. All right. So basically, like caricatures of.
Wait, that's not the one I saw actually.
Yeah. So there's a few different ones, right? There's actually this one was my favorite. The margin one.
I'll buy stocks on margin. I don't even know what that is.
Sure sounds fancy.
Invest.
Investing is not a game. Borrowing money to invest can be very risky. Learn more at investor.gov.
All right. Anyway, so you guys get the idea. And then there's the quiz. I thought we could take the quiz together.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so let's do the quiz, and then we'll talk about this because this is I see where they're trying to go with it. I think their intentions were good. The execution, not so much. Okay, question number 1. This is from the SEC. Brad is interested in investing in a meme stock. What should Brad do? Should he A, invest immediately?
That seems reasonable.
Or B, a boring answer about doing research before you invest and looking at, financial metrics? What do we think?
Let's go. Let's do the real one.
The real one? Okay. Number 2. Brad is opening a brokerage account and learns the default account type for Brad's new account is a margin account. But Brad doesn't know what a margin account is. What should Brad do? Start investing in the margin account immediately or open a cash account instead because margin trading is risky, yada, yada, yada. This is how it goes. The rest of the quiz is just like this. The correct answer is the wrong answers are obviously wrong. The correct answer is obviously right. Brad hears about a risk-free investment. What should he do? Ignore the opportunity. Which of the following investing behaviors may hurt Julie's investment performance? Holding losers too long and selling winners too soon, as if everyone knew not to do that. Focusing on past performance and ignoring fees. Buying what you know. All of these.
I think all of these.
I think all of these is right. You should buy crypto, says Julie's favorite actor. She should probably
do research
first. When it comes to investing, FOMO is the fear that you're missing out. Obviously, that's what it stands for. Fraudsters continue to exploit the popularity of blank to lure retail investors into scams. These are tulip bulbs, crypto, boy bands, or all of these. It's probably not boy bands or tulip bulbs. So
all right, the strategy is setting up regular automatic deductions to your paycheck or bank account and savings or investment accounts and keep yourself on track toward your short-term and long-term financial goals is known as...
It's not timing the market, it's not putting your eggs in one basket, and it's not researching before you invest. It is paying yourself first. Day trading is not a long-term investment strategy. Thank you, SEC. And this question has nothing to do with any of the other ones.
An index fund is a type of mutual fund or ETF that seeks to track the return. True.
Like this has nothing to do with any of the other ones. Anyway, okay, so look at that. We got them all right. All right. Let's go back to the thing. No, not this. Wait, how do I
I feel like we should
There we go. So here's the thing. All right. Yeah, the Wall Street Bets one was better. I agree. Cloud. This, I see why they did this. I'm sure that like a year ago or when this was conceived, because that's how long things take at government agencies, that this was like a really good idea once upon a time. But man, did the execution here just fall really, really flat. Like, because you can see what they thought they were going for, right? They thought they were doing this thing, this fun little game that appeals to the everyday person, and it's funny, ha ha ha, but serious, like in all seriousness, these are some things you should know. But it's cute, and in reality, the way this comes off to me is just super pedantic and like they're talking down to us. They're being condescending to everyone.
Yeah, okay, so I agree where I think in theory it was a good idea. In practice, it kind of piles onto this idea of, oh, look at, the big institutions, condescending, patronizing the little guys, the dumb money, the retail investors. I think, though, even if the SEC had made a video and done it, first of all, I don't think like a very serious, all right, let's talk about, a meme site, or like what is a meme site? If they did like a very serious, like educational, like I don't see that going over well either. And I think no matter what they said, just by kind of like bringing this subject up of saying like, oh, even if they're encouraging good habits or trying to help people that may have gotten burned by buying AMC or GameStop at the top, or, that's just to name kind of the two big ones, but there were, 10 other stocks that just got way higher than they should have. That I think by doing that at all, they were always going to catch flack and saying people saying like, oh, look, again, here comes the big bad institutions.
You think you're better than me?
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I thought they actually did a good job of trying to make it humorous, and
they tried really hard. I'll give them an A for effort.
And honestly,
I'll give them a D for execution.
Like saying like, oh, this person's a clown. Like they get hit in the pie or hit in the face with pie for like doing this stupid thing. Like I don't know.
Wait, that was this one.
I'll take guaranteed returns for 10,000.
Can't beat that.
Easy money.
Investing is not a game. All investments have risk. Get free, unbiased information at investor.gov.
All right. That's cute. A for effort. They tried. But...
And I do think it's...
Lord Byron. That's a good one. And yeah, maybe this is a win because we're talking about it right now, and this kind of went viral, but maybe for the wrong reasons. Yes, there are people that actually do these things. There are people. I mean, for heck, we do it too. If someone comes to me with a stock, and a thought is even a somewhat thought out idea behind why I should buy it, and I go looking at myself and I'm like, okay. We've all bought things off of recommendations from others. But there are people that, buy crypto because Matt Damon says you should buy crypto. And there are people that, and I guess, I don't even know if this is going to reach them. Okay. I think they probably just could have done it in a less, snarky way.
Well, kind of what's, and I don't know how exactly like related this is, but it was interesting. I was talking to my financial advisor the other day, and it was right around when,
I think you're better than me with your financial advisor.
It was right around when, Bitcoin had like gone down like 20% in a week, or like whatever the big move down to like 30,000 was or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was basically like, you would not believe over the last like year just how many people I've had calls like wanting to buy Bitcoin in his portfolio. And he's like,
interesting.
Any time that he starts getting those calls, he says that like that asset, he's like, it was gold in like 2010, like people wanted to buy gold at the top, it went down like 30%. Crypto, it was like anytime everyone's calling him wanting to buy something, he's like, yeah,
that's the
top.
To
go down.
That's interesting. That is interesting. Did he say what his answer to that question is? Is it no?
So if they can buy it? Yeah. Well, I think probably for some people it's different than others. I mean, some people would probably be like, oh, it's your money. If you want to buy a little Bitcoin, we can. But I don't know.
Yeah. All right. It just... Like, the SEC already doesn't have a great reputation amongst any segment because, the institution... Well, everyone kind of thinks the SEC... Not everyone, I should say, but a lot of people think the SEC, doesn't do an amazing job, right? Because, A, they're very slow. B... a lot of times the fines are like the punishment does not fit the crime, or the fines
Yeah,
are
they're just slap on the wrist.
Fines are a slap on the wrist. There's a lot of people that for right or wrong are waiting for the SEC to go after like Citadel and all that for the GameStop shenanigans, which I don't personally believe that anything will happen there, nor necessarily should it. I mean, people are mad that their stocks are going down. They expect the SEC to save them, as if the whole market is rigged and it's not their fault that they lost money, when it's always your fault. If you lose your money, it's your fault. The SEC can't stop you from losing money. That's on you, right? We all got to own that. People trying to blame Ken Griffin or blame the SEC for a stock going down, like, that's not how any of this works, but that's a separate conversation. Regardless, the SEC does have a bit of a reputation problem. I could see where they're going with it, but it's so condescending, and like the caricatures, man. I mean, you could have done it a little bit less over the top, right? Maybe that wouldn't have made it go viral. So maybe this was a win for them, but I mean, it's an underfunded agency. What else is new? I was talking to someone yesterday about this because I'll actually be. This is a weird time to mention this, but I'll be speaking at a conference in a couple weeks. There's a Reg A conference in New York, Westchester, New York, that I'll be hosting a fireside chat, and I was with a lawyer, and we were talking all about Reg A, right? Regulation A, all these offerings, and she was telling me all about like the problems that she sees from her clients who try to do Reg A offerings, and the SEC will like reject them or fine them or cancel the whole offering because of X, Y, and Z. And the bottom line is they are slow, right? They are slow and underfunded, and yeah, Jay Ken. I think Jay Ken summed it up better than I just did, right? This sort of for a lot of people who think that the SEC is really only out to protect the rich, this is not helping. This is not helping that perception at all. This, and maybe that wasn't their intent, but man, that's how it looks, right? If they're it does make it look that like they think like, oh, all retail investors are idiots, right? Which I'm sure they were not going for. But like, come on, guys. It was so over the top. Again, I can see how when this was conceived, it was probably a good idea, right? But man, I wouldn't have gone that route. And gosh, the whole thing was so cringy to me, right? It was just so cringy.
The SEC video?
Yeah, the SEC video was so cringy. And I get it. Like I believe them when they say that they do want to protect the average investor. Now, how much of that actually comes through is a whole separate story. How effective they are is a separate conversation. They're clearly not very effective at I mean, the whole SPAC thing, for example. They just completely whiffed on all these SPACs that were brought to market and ended up being total dog shit.
Yeah,
the SEC is nowhere there.
The other thing in the other SEC,
and Brock, I agree with you wholeheartedly. We had this conversation yesterday as well about retail.
Yeah, that actually, I think basically the vast majority of retail money are people that are actively adding to their like retirement and long-term accounts on a monthly or bi-monthly basis or whatever, which has actually over time been proven to be as good, if not a better investment strategy than what a lot of these like hedge funds and investment firms employ.
Yep.
But yeah, and I mean, so it's difficult. I do think the SEC, the intentions here were good. But what I was going to say is the other big SEC headline this week was a guy from OpenSea being charged with insider trading.
I did see that.
The first NFT insider trading. And I just saw a bunch of jokes on Twitter and stuff like, man, imagine like being in jail and people asking what you did and you were like, oh, I insider traded JPEG, like pictures of monkey, like being the first guy to get busted for insider trading JPEGs.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is like they're so far behind on anything related to crypto so far behind on it.
I mean, I don't think that's crypto's whole, that's DeFi's whole thing, is it's not going to be burdened by regulation or be, whatever. And then what happens is when it's the wild, wild west and there's literally no regulation, you have people getting screwed out of their money. So it causes the SEC to have to get involved. And most people, I mean, whether you're talking to Vitalik Buterin, the founder of Ethereum, like,
is that how you say it?
I don't know, but he says you need
it's Vitaly.
He says you need some regulation in there too.
Yeah, a lot of them do. And yeah, like the implication when you show characters like that is retail is dumb money, institutions are smart money. When we of course know that institutions can be just as dumb, if not dumber, as the quote unquote dumb money. Did you see the headline out of Bloomberg today about Tiger Global? This is one of the largest hedge funds in the world that bet aggressively on tech stocks. These guys are like, super smart hedge fund guys that have access to all the best research, all the best tools. These guys are billionaires, right? Tiger Global's hedge fund, their flagship fund, is down 52% this year. 52% in 5 months. They've lost all of the gains from the last 15 years in the last 52 weeks. And that's the smart money, right? So of course it's not true that the retail is dumb and institutions are smart. Because we know that institutions can be...
Yeah, and that's what our buddy Eric Balchunas was tweeting yesterday, basically, that in his opinion, that these, the retail that's just adding money to the passive funds is actually smarter than a lot of pro money in a lot of regards.
For sure. Anyway, the video just irked me because I saw where they were going with it. I'm like, it could have worked. It just, oh man, they landed on their ass.
It didn't really irk me.
They landed on their ass.
Because I don't think it was honestly any more cringy than some of the
any other institution trying to appeal to the kids.
No, well that, but also
how do you do, fellow kids?
I was thinking there were, and I'm not saying this was the majority of people, but there were a lot of cringy proponents of the meme stacks, People basically being, like, oh, GameStop's going to 1,000. I'm never, where it's just like, all right,
yeah. Hey, you know who you don't hear from anymore these days?
Who's that?
Chamath.
I actually just saw a video on Twitter yesterday. So he's been doing.
I saw that video. Wait, I don't know what you saw. I saw a video too.
What was your video?
Well, mine was about Solana.
Yeah, I saw.
Oh, you saw that too. Okay.
But they did just do their all-in summit last month or whatever, and they had an Elon. They've gotten some pretty good I don't know. They've gotten in the news, I guess, the past month or so. But yeah, the video that Spencer and I both saw yesterday, essentially, David Sachs, Chamath, and
Jason
Calacanis. They were basically talking about Solana, and if you read between the lines, they were basically joking that the one guy's Calacanis is a proponent of Solana holding it, and they're basically teasing with him. Oh, so you're gonna hodl, buy and hold, and he's basically winking, saying yeah, right, I'm selling this right when I make my 10% or whatever he was aiming for.
This is a chart of Solana. I looked at my Coinbase account for the first time in months last night, and because I don't even know where I didn't know where I bought this thing. I knew I bought some Solana, and I was just curious, so I looked it up, and I bought Solana. This is actually impressive. I literally bought it around. Oh, I think it was the first. Was it the first time? Oh wait, yeah, this is this year. Okay, I bought Solana right around here. I think in January I bought it was 120, somewhere literally near that high in April, but I bought it before that. I bought it in January, so I bought it right here. So that was fun to learn that I'm down 3/4 of my investment in Solana last night.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, it happens, right? So I guess I'm hodling. I don't intend to sell. I literally only bought 4 Solana. So I had a $500.
Wait. Oh my God. The SEC Investomania would love to talk to you, Jake.
Wait, you opened up a short with leverage? How? I assume that's possible with one of those offshore brokers.
Yeah, you can't do them on most of the U.S. crypto exchanges, but like if you were on the FTX in Europe or and any of those really.
Yeah, Brian, that's why I was looking because I saw it was halted last night. I saw the blockchain was shut down. The network was shut down last night. So
I'm sorry. Is Coinbase not like just a super easy short here? It's up like 8% today, back up to $74. Like, what? Dude, does anyone think Coinbase is doing well by any metrics? Like, we know crypto trading volume is down.
Let's zoom in here.
Maybe people think there's just no alpha in shorting the stock all the way down here. I don't understand. I mean, to me, this is a $50 stock all day long. It's $74 right now.
There are worse. I've heard worse ideas.
But they don't report again until July.
Probably, maybe even
August 9th.
August 9th.
But it's just still like there's no indications out there that Coinbase is doing well as a company right now.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. So do you want to buy some puts? Maybe buy some August puts?
Well, the puts on here are really expensive. I just bought some that expire tomorrow.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so just to the comment on Solana, like I'm not like I literally bought 4 of them, right? So I'm not going to sell. It's like to me, it was always a moonshot to begin with. So maybe I'll lose all my money, but that's I knew that going in. That's why I only bought 4.
Is Jay is back in the chat. So what I wanted to ask Jay about was something golf related.
Oh gosh, speaking of golf, how's our friend Eli doing?
Oh, it's up like 5% today. I checked it earlier.
I'm so glad I sold that. What I should have sold was my FWONK, which I didn't. I didn't sell the FWONK. I'm actually probably close to break even in this thing. I think I probably am flat in my FWONK right now. Let's check. Check my fidelity count right now. I bet you I'm I get logged. It logs me out, and then I gotta log back. I don't want to log back in.
Oh, someone's asking about Lulu's earnings.
That's tonight.
Today.
That's tonight. Yeah. So, man, this is a total coin flip to me. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that Lulu doesn't have a problem getting inventory. It's not. I don't know off the top of my head how much of their business is overseas. I assume the majority is in America.
I think if you look at the other companies in Lulu's kind of bracket in terms of the consumers.
Well, who is? I don't even know who that is.
Like Williams Sonoma, like all these like more higher end retail. Nordstrom's all did fine. It was kind of the more basic ones. So
that's a good thought.
Ulta did really well. Williams Sonoma did really well. I think did Restoration Hardware already report? Did they report tonight as well?
No, they're tonight.
So if I had to pick away, I'd go bullish into this report tonight. I am looking at the options chain right now, and the calls are pretty expensive. So I personally probably won't end up playing it, or if I do, I'll do it with some call spreads, where it'll make it a little bit cheaper for me to do it, and I'll only need say Lulu to go up like 3, 4, or 5%. But I have no clue. If I knew.
Wait. So how did Williams Sonoma do?
They did really well.
But isn't that like furniture?
It's like house goods, but trust me, the same shop.
It's the same consumer?
Yeah, same consumer.
Okay.
Same consumer shops at Williams Sonoma that shops at Lululemon.
Wait, is there a
In fact,
hold on.
I think at the higher end mall by my around where I'm from in St. Louis, there's the Williams Sonoma is directly next to the Lululemon.
All right, so I went to the Peers tab in Benzinga Pro here, on the Lulu page. VF Corp, it says Tapestry, Levi Strauss, Ralph Lauren seems like a pretty decent comparison as well. How did Ralph Lauren do? Or unless they report tonight too. I think they might report tonight. Yeah, they're
No, they don't report till. Oh no, they reported back a week ago.
They reported, and it was good.
It was great.
You can see. All right, I'm with you. If I had to pick a side, I'd pick bullish on Lulu, but no position. Very easy chart to interpret.
Oh
here, right?
shit, Indio, you're from St. Louis? Yeah, I was talking about the Frontenac Mall.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. You know, we have malls in Jersey too.
Oh, yeah, actually a lot of malls in Jersey.
We do. Very easy chart to interpret here, right? Like bullish above.
I might, you know what? I might look at some
300.
call spreads. I'm pretty bullish now. Whoever brought that up, good call.
Bullish above 300.
I'm gonna make some money off this, and I'm gonna spend it back at Lulu.
Wait, hold on. Do you want to know what the expected move is? Do you care?
In percentage or dollars?
Do both.
All right.
Well, tell me
I'll
what
say
you
the
want.
expected move is 8%, which will come out to $23.
The expected move is around 10%, so we're talking about $30.
Okay. Wow.
29, $30.
Wow. That's a big expected move. It's a big expected move.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Lulu is a very strong company, and honestly, even back when other retailers started talking about supply chain issues and shortages, their board came out and said, "No, we're fine. We're not doing too bad."
All right, that was a pretty good. I had no opinions going in, but you convinced me, and I think the chart did too, because you can see it's knocking on the door of 300 here.
CrowdStrike reports tonight as well, and the stock's already up 8% today. So
what? Come on now.
I don't know, Darla. I don't know what to do here. Part of me wants to say, oh, it's already up 8%. Let's buy some puts. If it misses, then we're golden. But it does look like, just looking at the EPS estimates, that they're rising, which is typically a sign of like of strength and growing company if they're raising their EPS expectations quarter over quarter, especially in this environment. Most companies are not doing that right now. So CrowdStrike looks strong. We could do the same thing where we look at how some of their peers have reported. So let me go ahead and do that right now in BZ Pro.
I'm gonna try to grab hot stocks, Luke Jacobi.
So let's go here. What are we looking at? CrowdStrike, CRWD. Let's go to the financials. Let's go to the income statement. So from 3 quarters ago, around 250 mil, then 278, then 320. So yeah, I mean, they're growing quarter over quarter each and every time. Let's check out the peers. Who's already reported out of this group? Has Palo Alto reported? Well, that's not right. I don't know. I don't really have as big of an opinion on CrowdStrike. It looks strong. The financials look strong going into the earnings, but like I said, the stock's already up 8%. You could imagine there's a reason for that. Maybe people are buying it ahead of this earnings, expecting a strong report. But as far as Lulu goes, I'm playing that long for sure. Yeah, David, Asana reports as well. I saw that was up a bunch today too. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. These companies, Asana's up 14% right now, heading in to earnings. So do you fade that? Do you tail that move? I don't know. Anytime you're trading options, anytime you're trading into earnings, period, whether you're trading options or just buying stock, it's a gamble. It's a coin flip. I would only honestly recommend doing it if you know no matter what you want to get into this company, and even if it's down 30% tomorrow, you won't mind because you're going to hold it for 10 years anyway. And I've done that before. I've been wanting to get in this company. Shoot, what if they report a good report? Now it's up 20% tomorrow, and I should have got in. So I'll get into it knowing, maybe with half of the money that I want to get into it with, knowing that it could go down. Spencer, what's Luke up to?
I don't know where Luke is. I could not find hot stocks, Luke Jacobi.
Sold a covered call on Asana. There you go.
Nice. Shelly, I'm trying. I don't know where Luke is. He's not in the. I mean, he's here, but he's not here. You know what I mean? So if he comes back, maybe I should text. Oh, wait a minute. That is
Mr. Luke.
That's Mr. Luke. He just walked in the door. Should I yell his name? Hey, Luke. Luke. All right. Oh yeah. Oh, it's coming. I got his attention. He's coming over.
Twitter is putting down votes on replies. You see that?
You want to hop on with this, Luke? Yeah, you do. For the last time. Yeah, you do. Oh, you want to? Oh, he said he wants to. All right, that's fair. That's fair. He wants to come on tomorrow. All right, tomorrow for the last day. All right, tomorrow it is.
Oh wow! Look at this move on Google.
Fair enough. You get a pass today. Wait, what's happening with what's up with AMD? I still have that stupid trade on. By the way, I looked at my FWONK and I'm up 1%.
Hell yeah, Spence.
A whopping 1% gainer in my FWONK right now.
Look at Google and
shit, look at that AMD. Holy crap. Wait, did we just blast off across the board?
We did.
Wait, what about Microsoft? Yeah, we're getting there. We're trucking. It's trying to get green. Apple looking nice. Goog. Look at Goog up 3% today. Do we just get a headline?
Everything's looking nice.
Did we just get a headline, Aaron?
Everything is looking nice.
Yeah. I mean, this AMD is just blasting off. I'm not even looking at it. Everything risk is up. Everything risk. Well, let's see if you're right about that, Happy. Yeah, look at ARK. Up 7% today. Wow. How about Twilio? Didn't they catch a downgrade? Yep, that's up. Upstart up 14% today. Damn, man. Did something just happen out there? How's Chewy doing? I don't know if you saw their report. It was pretty good.
It was good.
Yeah.
What's it up now?
Up $5, 22%.
Hell yeah. Go Ryan Cook.
And rising. After hours high on Chewy is your next important bogey. $29.75. We're $1 away, 90 cents away. Man. I'm not joking. Did we just get some news? I'm not kidding.
I don't think so.
Look at Webble. That's a that direction. Yeah. So a bullish leverage tech fund. Yeah. Oh yeah. Looking good across the board. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm seeing. Look at the scanner tool in Pro. It's all tech. New highs. New highs. New highs. Everything. Some algo just started buying like crazy right there. Huh. That's fun. Oh, even AMC. You know what I thought was funny, Aaron, about the AMC thing?
What?
From this week? Tuesday morning, right? AMC obviously got up to $16. And you see all these headlines. AMC stock rips after a record Memorial Day weekend box office for Top Gun, right? And then the very next day, AMC stock drops as Top Gun does not help the theater. It's like what? They can't both be true.
I was talking to someone last night who had just seen Top Gun.
Like the original?
No, the new one. And they were like, it was so good. Like, it was awesome. But it was a little bit cheesy at parts. And I was like,
that's the point.
Have you seen the first Top Gun? Like,
yeah,
quite literally probably some of the cheesiest movie lines.
Yeah, that was the review that my fiance gave. We watched it on Monday night.
The new one?
No, the original.
Oh.
And she was like, yeah, this is too cheesy for me. And I was like, yeah, that's not the point.
Your body's writing checks. Your mouth is writing checks that your body can't cash.
Yeah.
It's like, all right. Which I'm sure at the time was
and there's a line
revolutionary.
She goes like, I didn't want them to know that I've fallen for you. It's like, okay. All right. Yeah, we get it.
I appreciate them, though, keeping that, like, at least some
Juan.
degree of cheesiness in the new one to keep it authentic.
Juan, be nice in the chat. Please don't spam. Thank you. I see you talking about Facebook.
Wait, this is kind of interesting to me. So we just looked at how all those big tech companies have been taken off in the past, like, 10 minutes.
Yeah,
right?
more than that, but yeah.
But I'm saying, like, specifically in the last, like, 15, 20 minutes or so, there's been, like, another leg up.
Yep.
Tesla's kind of doing the opposite here. If
If
you pull up Tesla on a like a 5-minute chart.
Do we have our soundboard working? No, our soundboard. Rohan, can you fix our mixer, our soundboard? It's not.
Y'all just can't hear it.
Oh, we can't hear, but they can.
Yeah.
Can you make us hear it though?
Yeah, I just have to do it for every sound.
Oh.
Either way, it's interesting. What time frame are we looking at?
This is a 15-minute chart.
15 minutes. So if you zoom in a little bit.
You want me to go to a 10-minute chart? What do you
Well,
want?
no, or a couple of zooms so we can see that, like the top of that over there.
Yeah.
That's just interesting to me.
Yeah.
If you look at Nvidia,
Tesla's not playing ball right now.
If you look at Nvidia right now, it doesn't look like that.
No, it does not. Look at AMD. Go AMD 108. Do I hear 108? Man, this ended up being a good day for me. I didn't even like. I thought about this trade for maybe a minute before doing it. Wow, lunch is on me. Just kidding.
Okay, now we're kind of getting a more overall little drawback on the Qs too, so it's not just Tesla.
Oh man, what else here? What else? That's an very interesting move. So, all right, no hot stocks Luke here, but we are going to still do trivia. Don't worry about that. We're doing trivia, and then at 1:30 or so, we're going to bring on Chris Catchy, who's going to preview a really cool video that we're going to premiere today at 2 o'clock. Do you know what that video is?
No.
You know that they went to VCon?
I do know that.
Chris and Mitch got to talk to Gary Vee.
Whoa.
So we interviewed him. So we're gonna premiere the Gary Vee interview at 2 p.m. on this channel, and Chris is gonna come on to talk about that interview.
I bet you Upstart's up a bunch today. Oh my God.
13%. What's Upstart? Boom, got you. No, all right. Not funny.
I did that to like my 7th grade teacher. Like the What's Up Dog thing.
What's up, dog?
She thought it was the funniest thing ever. I guess she had never heard it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, so who wanted to ask about Facebook? In all seriousness, man, talk about buy the dip type of thing. This thing fell 4% in 5 minutes yesterday, off the Sheryl Sandberg headline. Look, stock was minding its own business at 193. Oh, boom! Now before we can blink, we're down to 185.
Are you underwater in Facebook if you bought it after the second consecutive bad report?
This is
or was it just one bad report?
No,
for
it
Facebook?
was.
It was two.
No, it was two. Wait a minute. But the stock popped on its most recent report. That's weird. It actually went higher.
But when was the February one the one?
Yeah, that was the train wreck.
That was the train wreck. So if you bought it right there at 237, we continued. Yeah, you're underwater.
Yeah. Juan, what do you want to know about Facebook, man? In all seriousness, what was on your mind about it? You bullish? You bearish? Do you want? Are you neutral? Anyway, will we still have trivia after Spencer's not here? Most likely.
How's the XLE doing?
I think it's flat today.
It's very flat. Good call, Spence. How about the XLF?
I don't know.
Say up.
Okay, can I bum your charger?
I'm not even using it.
Oh, thank you. I'll take it.
Actually, I was talking about Blackstone on the show last week. Blackstone's up another 4%.
You love your BX.
I still think this is a screaming buy. And this is not financial advice.
You love your Blackstone.
I love my Blackstone. I love my BAM, my BAM, and my Blackstone. Those are my two.
Wait, what is that's Brookfield?
Brookfield Asset Management. Right. Yep. And I like both of these companies kind of for similar reasons. Actually, they're both in the finance investment space, but they're a little bit more growthy than what I would say your typical company in this space is. Brookfield is a big player in like the real estate game, but they also do renewable power and transition. So they'll buy and own, like essentially renewable power plants and stuff. And so they're making big headwinds. Both offer, well, actually, BX offers a much better dividend than BAM, but I think BAM has a better potential to actually, like, for the stock to actually 2x appreciate over the span of 5 or 10 years.
So I'm just kind of catching up here. Some McDonald's headlines. How's Ford doing today?
Ford is doing well.
Is
my
it?
friend.
Is it though?
It's up 2.5%.
Is that good?
I mean, if it goes up
I
2.5% every day,
I mean, what's up more than the market?
investors
So
are happy.
it's up more than the market. If you're up more than the market, it's a good day.
Where did Ford's CEO speak? I mean, I just saw like a bunch of headlines from things he was saying.
Yeah, this morning they're getting so many, dude. Oh my god, they're getting all the incentives.
Wait, did you see this Verge headline yesterday?
Refresh my memory.
It was the most ridiculous. Well, the way it was worded was just confusing because the headline read, Chevy to cut price of the Chevy Bolt amid high demand.
Oh, yes. They're cutting the prices. Oh, wait, I didn't see the headline, though. Sorry.
So it's like, here, I'll just pull it up.
Amid high demand, they're cutting prices?
Yeah, and people were like, what? Like, this makes no sense.
Was it wrong?
I, like, for a second, because, like, when you read the article, it, like, says the exact opposite in it, that basically demand for the Chevy Bolt has been, like, in the toilet. So I thought for a second, oh, someone just screwed up. It meant to be a mid-low demand. But on the second read of that headline, I got it. GM is slashing prices for the Chevy Bolt amid high demand for electric vehicles.
Just not their electric vehicles.
Just not their electric vehicles. So they're saying, oh, everyone's going out buying EVs. Oh, we have an EV, but it's not selling. That's weird. What can we do? Oh, let's slash the price. Because then in this article, first introduced in 2016, the Chevy Bolt was intended to be the first automakers, blah, blah, blah. But since the release of the Tesla Model 3 in 2018, Bolt sales have been anemic. If you're a company, you don't want your sales to be anemic.
Anemic is bad.
Typically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. I just thought it was a funny headline because people are making fun of it on Twitter saying, like, oh, my God, amid high demand, you're slashing prices. That's not a good sign.
Did you see what Jim Farley said, the CEO of Ford, about?
He said a lot of things.
He said a lot of things. One of the things he said, he likes the Chinese EV makers.
Yeah, he said they're all undervalued.
He said he likes NIO, and he likes XPeng, and he likes Li. Well, he didn't say he likes one or the other. He said he likes, like, he said there's going to be consolidation, and he thinks they're all kind of undervalued here. So,
but he didn't mention BYD. Oh,
no, he did.
Whoa! When did this thing start making new highs?
What?
Boyd.
Not
BYD.
No, that's board gaming, dude.
No, I'm on BYDDF.
Okay. That's what. There's two Boyds.
Yeah, BYDDF.
Okay.
Is the Chinese EV maker. That's what I'm looking at.
It's not making a new all-time high.
It's not making new all-time highs, but it's in the last 3 months or so up 55%. It's at 37. Its previous highs are 41. So it's back up near its all-time highs. I just know the last time I looked at this, it was still like well off those highs.
Dude, I said the same thing about NIO. Not recently, but like a while ago, because NIO was dead. NIO was. I thought this was a bankrupt company because it got down to like a couple bucks.
Well, I mean, okay. Here's the thing: is even for Tesla, Tesla's sales in China has been like a big part of its growth story and a huge revenue stream for Tesla. I don't know why. I don't know what this assumption is that I guess that Tesla is able to maintain its market share in China with all these different Chinese names coming in.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Yeah. Hey, Zen, bringing up a good point. When was 60 Minutes, or when was NIO on 60 Minutes? That was a topping event. Shit, when was that? Was that?
I'm not sure, but
wait, was that 2019? Was that 3 years ago now? That they were on 60 Minutes, or was that recently? Was that in the last year or so? Let's look it up because that was a huge topping event when NIO was on 60 Minutes. NIO 60 Minutes. It was 2019. It was February 2019 or yeah. Oh man, look at that. Oh, look at that. You can see it on the chart too, Aaron. Look, that huge pop. That was NIO getting profiled on 60 Minutes. And if you bought it then, congratulations. It took you about a year and a half to make your money back. And then if you never sold, if you hodled, you got to ride this thing up to $60. Congratulations. And they say investing is easy. Investing is hard, man. That is hard.
It's not
so
super
ridiculous.
sexy, but I really like Toyota here.
I thought about buying Toyota a bunch of times.
It's this is a stock that I would buy if I had a bunch of money. I'd buy a bunch of right now and just hold it for freaking ever.
The thing is,
Toyota's not going
it doesn't
anywhere.
move. The stock doesn't move though.
But it's not going anywhere.
Of course not.
I love my Toyota.
Thank you, Adjum. I appreciate that comment. I would still be driving my Toyota if it did not get wrecked. That was a 2005 Camry, and it was a beast.
I was going to drive till 2035.
I was going to drive it till 200,000 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I do miss that car. Just a great car. Never had any problems with that thing. Wait, there was a thing in the chat about fintech / cyber security. Okay. So I'm definitely bullish cybersecurity because it's not as if the need for that is going away. I chose to play this years ago via the CIBR ETF, and I'm just gonna, that's how I'm playing it. Fintech, though, fintech is more growthy, and fintech is what's the ETF? Let's just, you can search in Pro. You can just search fintech, right? No, you can't. Yeah, here FINX, right? That's a fintech ETF. It's a little bit more growthy, which is obviously we're in an environment that doesn't like growth right now, and a lot of fintech it's more tech than it is fin, and by that I mean it's a lot of it's VC funded, right? And they have a lot of these private companies that had these crazy high valuations that have gone public in the last few years, and they've been disasters, right? I mean, we can look at SoFi. Let's just go to the top of my head, right, and just look at fintech stocks, right? SoFi, and we'll do Robinhood, and we'll do Coinbase. Upwork is fintech, and what else is fintech off the top of our heads here? LC, right? Is that still around? Is Lending Club? Is that still around? It's not. LC? It is still around. What other fintech stocks? Yeah, we can just look at the Global X ETF and see what's and Kathy has that ARKF2 one I just remembered about. But like, what's in the Global X one right now? It's got
Square, Affirm. People are saying in the chat.
Wait, what? Oh, I'm looking at the
I don't think fintech is super interesting right now as like an investment.
No, that's what I'm saying though. Like I wouldn't. I'm not especially excited about a fintech right now on the public markets, right? Oh, so they have Intuit. Oh, we forgot about Square, right? PayPal. Oh, let's go on. I forgot about PayPal. Duh. So PayPal, Square, Intuit. I mean, look, it's been a disaster. All these things are down, with the exception of Lending Club. That's weird. All these things are and Intuit. Intuit's just TurboTax. These things are down 30, 40, 50% or more. I think, and I know the question was about the future. The future is so uncertain now. You had all these, money was so cheap, money was so easy, funding was so easy. You had all these companies raise all the money pre-IPO, go public at such a late high valuation, and those are all coming in now. I would be, it's very, and this is again why investing is hard, because I find it very hard now to pull the trigger on anything fintechy when the market is looking upon it so unfavorably as it is right now. So maybe fintech is the future, but at some point valuation matters, and I think you're going to have to just, it might end up being like a long slog for fintech. So I kind of want no part of that right now. And maybe Brock is right. This is a down year, and markets move in cycles, and we come back next year, stronger. But it's tough to buy when there's blood on the streets, and the streets are bloody right now for fintech. So, and that's for public fintech. That's of course the only way to most people can play. Private fintech is a whole different story. I'm definitely bullish fintech as a whole, but fintech stocks is a whole separate thing. The idea of fintech, I love the idea of fintech, right? I love the idea of like technology companies disrupting banking. but just these fintech stocks are just so down, so beaten down.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things that I feel like I don't really have a great edge in at all. Like a firm, or like take an example.
Oh yeah, I didn't even mention a firm.
Or Upstart. Like Upstart's whole thing, like they are very much a fintech company. Like they run an algorithm or AI based model that allows you to quickly be approved or denied for loans. So it's made to streamline the loan approval process for banks. And it's just like, I don't know how much that proprietary AI is worth. We can look at like how much their money they're making as a company, but like Spencer said, like most of these fintech companies are still very early stage and have just been invested.
And they have these crazy valuations.
Yeah, have been invested at the wazoo by guys that are invested before you that are seeking their returns. So they're trying to get out as soon as it goes public.
Exactly.
And because that was the whole point when they invested in the first place was, oh, they've got a really cool AI lending platform. I'm going to throw $300 million into it now. And then when it goes to the market at $600 million, I'm going to cash out, and then you buy it at $600 million, and who knows if it's even worth that much, or if they're going to make that much, or if they're going to be able to, I mean, so to me, it's not super interesting. That's not to say there aren't like going to be interesting companies in the fintech space that become legitimate revenue producing, like profitable companies.
Yep.
So we'll have to. We'll have to just look and see on a case-by-case basis. We'll look at a company, like we can see how much money a company like Upstart, a firm, is making and decide if it's a good investment or not.
All right, somebody asked what my profit target was on AMD. As if I have one, man. This was a YOLO trade. Those are not well thought out. This is straight up luck is what this is for me today, okay? So what should I do on this AMD? I bought at 104. We're now up to 108. Is there a level? Maybe I should pull up some fibs. Let's pull up some fibs. Oh, wait. The fib tool is over on the left, right? Isn't it? No, what the? Wait, what am I doing? Whoa. God damn it. Hold on. I have to delete that. There we go. Fib retracement. And then we'll go, I don't know where should I do from? Start of the year?
Sure.
Start of the year? All right. Oh, wait a minute. Is that saying we're at a fib line right now? We're at a fib line. Oh, that's interesting. Next one looks like it's what? 119? That's so far away.
Ooh, this is an interesting take.
What?
Someone basically speculating that this companies, they know it looks bad to lay people off. All right, so I'll just read this tweet.
Wait, is this the European company?
No, this is a quote tweet from so New York Times tweeted, Elon Musk told SpaceX and Tesla employees that they were required to spend a minimum of 40 hours in the office per week. Those who did not would be fired. He wrote in a memo. This person quote tweeted, let me see who this person is. Oh, he's a UMich PhD econ, co-founder, CEO of something. He's worked at Google, Microsoft, Upwork.
Okay.
So it sounds like this guy, I don't know. He's been around.
Okay.
I like the UMich PhD. He said, layoffs generate bad press and demoralize the remaining team. I think we will see more and more companies end remote work programs to spur resignations. That's what Elon is probably doing.
Ooh.
This isn't exactly a new idea. Marissa Mayer did this in 2013 at Yahoo.
I remember that.
Well, but that was work remote wasn't even like a thing back then.
No, but Yahoo, everybody was also they had a work from home culture before that, and she said we're not allowing that anymore.
Okay,
Yeah.
So instead of saying like we're trying to lay off 20% of our staff, I'm going to do this that will cause 20% of our staff to resign.
Smart. See, Elon's playing chess. You and me are just playing checkers over here.
You gotta give it.
He's
to
playing
him.
chess.
You got to give it to him. Sometimes.
Reddit did that too. They said everyone's going to have to work out of our San Francisco office, and a bunch of people resigned 5 years ago out of that. Eric. Fun fact, Eric, since he brought that up, I have never brought up Fibonacci on a chart for every Fibonacci I've used, the Fibonacci was already up there. And it was already set up for me. I've never actually done it myself. So I could use a lesson in using fibs, no doubt. Maybe that's what I'll do next week. We'll have some time. I think Fibonacci is a cool idea. How it just magically works sometimes. Magically acts as support and resistance. But could definitely use a lesson in actually not looking at a chart with a Fibonacci, but setting up a chart with Fibonacci. Maybe I could use a lesson in that as well. Ask Neil. I should ask Neil. You're right. Neil doesn't respond to my messages though, so I don't know why. I don't know what I did to. Is Neil gonna be on the show, Aaron?
In the future, yeah, we'll get Neil back on.
Nice. Thank you, C Love, for smashing that like button. We appreciate that. The more likes we get on YouTube, the more likely it is that the YouTube will recommend this show to other people who will then watch it, and then it's the snowball effect.
Hell yeah.
That's it. Okay, so I know we're supposed to do trivia, but I don't know.
I think we're going to wait for Enver to get back.
We're going to wait for Enver. Had to step away. I think he'll be back in like 1:30, and then we're going to have Chris Cacci on the show to preview the roadmap today. Take it from the low to the high. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Take it from the high to the low. Easy.
Why is AMD so strong, Andy?
Dude, I wish I knew. What should I do?
It's a strong company.
What should I do? Seriously. I gotta let it ride. Do I just do a trailing stop? Do I just say at 106 I'm out? Or not 106? Do I say at what? Do I say the stock falls 1%? I'm done. If the stock falls $2, I'm done.
Everything is just so strong right now.
Yeah, this is pretty remarkable, I gotta say. I have no inkling as to why. Straight up. It's not as if we got any headlines in the last hour that I've seen. I'm as bewildered as an ex-person. Frankly. Yeah. I wish I'd bought more AMD now. I have a small account here, so it's not as if I'm raking it in or anything. Oh well. More buyers and sellers. Well, 30. Is that true though? Because for every buyer there is a seller. So I don't know about that. For every seller there's a buyer. No, there's more. There's equal, right? There should always be equal. Oh man. No, I bought the stock. It was already up, Mitch. I bought it at 104. It had already gone up. Right? Like I didn't buy it till like here. Like that 1030 candle. So it had already gone up from 100 to 104 today.
It's just all like literally, I mean, I'm always down for a nice green day. I always love to see the Qs.
But you want to see a reason behind it?
2%.
Is that why?
Well, it's just confusing to me. I mean, Microsoft came out today and they basically said, "Hey, look, we're not going to hit our
through no fault of their own.
We're not going to hit our second quarter numbers."
No, Microsoft's going to end up unchanged. Or
and green. And by the way, this quarter still has a month left of it. It's still got a whole month of June.
July or June. You're right.
If I'm the head of a company and like if I'm like, oh shoot, we're like 10%, but we still got a month to go, I'm like, oh, let's fucking kick it into high gear. Let's meet those numbers. To me, them coming out and saying that with a month left is showing that they think there's no chance they come out and hit those numbers that they gave. And you got to imagine, like I said earlier, that goes across the board for other companies that do business internationally.
It should, right?
So like,
wait. Odd Tongue Clan's asking, should we chase? Man, this environment has not been great for chasing moves. If you're chasing moves, you'll probably get burned. Is my take on chasing. It's paid to be contrarian. Like it's like honestly, shorting AMD now, the way this market has gone, you'll probably make money, right? I'm not doing it. Obviously, I'm still got the a few of these shares here. I'll probably just what, if this thing gets to 110, I'm out. How about that? Wait, what's that high? 111. What's the high? 110. What's the high? 110. If this thing gets to 110, I'm out. Make a quick $6. Also, we didn't talk about GameStop yet.
What about it?
Well, they had earnings last night.
Oh wow.
Not that we care about that. Look at GameStop. The earnings don't matter, right? Obviously, this is an NFT play now. I don't know what GameStop is. I really don't. All right, producer Enver is back from his sabbatical, which means it is time for trivia. So Enver is going to hop in here, and if you've never played trivia before, this is how you play. It's very simple. We bring up questions on the screen. You answer the number of the correct answer that you think it is. You put the number in the chat, and the answers are recorded. And the most correct answers in the fastest time, they win. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, good. Yep. All right, Enver, we're all set. If you want to hop in here. Enver came up with the theme all by himself. No idea what the theme of today's trivia is, but we will give away some free Benzinga swag to the winner. Roland says use your technicals. So I mean, that's what I'm doing, man. Let's go back to the AMD.
Well, I just don't.
It's not rocket science. I mean, I picked a nice round number, but it's also Joel would say you got a series of highs here at around 110/111, and you got a series of lows there as well from March. The question's not do I sell. The question's not where do I sell on the upside. The question's where do I sell on the downside. That's the question. What's the high from Tuesday? 104.55. I don't have a good answer for when to sell on the downside. I really don't. Maybe you got this double top here. I don't know. I don't know. If I'm open for ideas about when to sell on the downside.
Dude, look at how low the SPY volume is right now.
What, really? What do you mean?
Like, just below average.
Wait. Why is my indicator not showing up?
Like, I'm seeing the session volume at 37 million right now with the average 100-day volume of 100 million. So we would need a lot of volume in the last 3 hours to catch up with the...
All right, wait, so, SPY volume today is 37.5 million?
Yeah, well,
yesterday we're at 86.5? All right, it's a little bit light. All right, I'm going to take my AMD chart off the screen and we can do trivia now, but I'm going to just watch it now. Just watch it like a hawk. And if we're at 110, I'm going in and getting out. Enver! I see you there lurking backstage. Are we ready for trivia? Oh, yeah, we're ready.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's get some music going. Let's get some tunage bumping. Up in here, up in here. Should we do Feeding the Ducks? I like it. All right. Celebrity trivia, AB.
All right.
Celebrity trivia. That makes sense. In light of yesterday's ruling in the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case, which, by the way, the entire Benzinga office was watching that on TV when the ruling came out, and the entire office groaned when they had to send him back to fill out the more paperwork, send the jury back the first time. You ready for this?
How tall is Tom Cruise?
Whoa.
He's there. I'm going to go 5'7" here.
5'7".
I'm going to go number 2.
I'm going to go
I feel like 5'5" is too short, but I know he's pretty short.
I'm going to go number 2 as well. Good question, though. Very good question. 5'4" is way too short. He's not. There's no way. 5'9". That's how tall I am. I think he's shorter than me. I do know that he had to wear pumps in Top Gun.
Really?
Yeah.
As a shorter dude, always makes me feel good to see some super famous people shorter than me.
Yeah. Yes, it is 5'7". The majority of people got that right. Awesome. Well, not the majority, but the most number of people.
Next
got
question.
That right. I got that right. We got 8 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, that's true. This question didn't specify with or without shoes.
Gwyneth Paltrow has a daughter named Lily.
I actually know this one.
French, Dakota, or Apple.
Is it sad that I think I know this?
I have no clue. I'm gonna tell you though if you say you know. What'd you say?
Oh wow, everyone knows this one. It's sad that I know this.
Apple?
Yeah.
She must be a big iMac fan.
It was named after the Apple computer. That's not true, by the way. I think I'm right. Everyone seems to agree with me. Question 2 of 7. I see a couple 3s, but mostly all 4s. Yeah. Apple Paltrow? Paltrow? However you say it. Do you remember Zune?
Yes.
Yeah, did you have one?
No.
No, me neither.
I had a Sony Ericsson.
Whoa! Blast from the past. Sony Ericsson. That stock is still around, Ericsson. All right. Which famous New York Yankees outfielder did Marilyn Monroe marry? Tino Martinez, Mason Williams, Joe DiMaggio, or Babe Ruth? Mason Williams, speaking as a Yankee fan here, I can speak with some authority, was a hot prospect, and then he just never made it. Never made it. But the answer to this one is Joe DiMaggio. He married Marilyn Monroe, and then they divorced. And to those watching at home, AMD is still at 108. This is easy so far.
My puts are printed.
I'm 3 for 3. Your puts in what?
Tesla, Coinbase.
Your puts in boots? Hey-ho!
That'd be a good like FinTwit name if you were like a short guy.
Puts in. Well, you can short boots. The boot stock.
Puts in boots.
Like Walgreens Boots Alliance. Just sort. And there might be a boot ticker, like a boot ticker. Is there a boot ticker? There is. Boot Barn Holdings. You can buy puts in boot.
Was it Joe DiMaggio in that Seinfeld episode when Kramer's like, I saw him at the coffee shop?
I don't remember. Which radio personality calls himself the king of all media? Is it Ryan Seacrest, Rush Limbaugh, Pete Tong, or Howard Stern? Well, Rush Limbaugh passed away, so.
R.I.P. Missouri's finest.
Missouri. Oh, that's right. Fry's a Missouri guy.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Talk about a guy that got really freaking wealthy, dude.
I'm a big Howard Stern fan.
Well, both of them, Stern and Rush Limbaugh.
For my money, Howard Stern is among the best interviewers to ever live. He's got his own style. It doesn't work for everyone. Certainly couldn't work for me, but he is a fantastic interviewer. Yeah. By the way, Howard Stern is the only reason to own Sirius XM stock. SIRI. Every time Howard Stern's contract comes up,
is the
yeah, that what was that era like? What
he
like,
was on the show with him?
Yeah, what like 04 to 09, something like that, Brock, right?
I only know Artie Lang from the show Crashing.
Those episodes, yeah, that really was a good era, or maybe it was like late 90s to like mid 2000s. How much weight did Chris Pratt lose for his role as Star-Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy? 70 pounds, 60 pounds, 50 pounds, or 30 pounds? I have no idea. I'm gonna go with 60.
I did too. I went with that's like my classic test taking strategy. I went with the 3 that are closer and then the middle of the 3.
Smart. AMD at 109 now. And then I will sell it at 110, no joke. We're really ripping here. What was the answer? It was 60 pounds. Hey, got it right. So do you.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Sorry, Anthony. Next time. Psych, there won't be a next time. Just kidding. I don't know if that's true. All right. Is this the last question? No, we got 2 more questions. Question 6. You want to read it?
Sure.
All right.
Who out of these actresses is the youngest? Kiernan Shipka, Emma Watson, Bonnie Wright, or Ariel Winter?
I know who 3 of these people are.
I know Ariel Winter was on Modern Family, right?
Oh, that was the one I didn't know.
Okay. I went with her because I felt like she's
Kiernan Shipka, if this helps, she was she was Sally, the little girl in Mad Men. She was Don's daughter. I went with her. This is remarkable. It's not just AMD, by the way. It's freaking everything here. Hey! I think I got them all right today.
You might win.
Well, there's one more question. She's a good actress, Kiernan Shipka. She was in Mad Men, and she was in that Sabrina show that I was forced to watch against my will. All right, last question of the week here on Trivia on Benzinga Live. Who is James Rolfe, better known as? What? Do you know this one?
Mm-mm.
Me neither.
I only know one person on here, so I'm going to go with 3.
I never heard of 3. Or no, I'm sorry, I never heard of 1, 2, or 4. I've heard of 3. I don't know.
Shelly's guessing 2, so I'm going to say it. I'm going to guess it's probably right.
Who's Peanut Butter Gamer? I don't know. I don't know who these people are. All right, I might get this one wrong. We'll see.
That's okay, Spencer.
It's okay. We're all allowed to be wrong. What was the answer? It was the angry video game nerd. 3 people got that right. 3 people.
I knew Shelly would get it right.
Wow. Let's see who won trivia today. Mr. Enver, do we have our results? I don't know who the angry video game nerd is, or Total Biscuit, or Peanut Butter Gamer.
Yeah, they should show up in a second. There you go.
Oh my gosh! Shelly beat me on time. Are you kidding me? Look at that. Did you see those results? I've never won before.
Shelly. You wouldn't let Spencer win on his very last one?
Dude, if not for that last question, I would have had it if not for that last question. Oh, that's so annoying. Ah, man. All right. That was fun. Man, I did good on that one, Enver. Apparently I knew a lot about celebrities.
Yes, sir. You were good.
All right. Thank you very much, Enver. Shelly, you can email us. You have our emails.
Yeah, we'll send some swag.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna have Chris Catchy join us in 10 minutes to hype up the Roadmap show. And no, Roland, you did not win. Shelly Serrano is the victor today. Sadly for me, because I was so close. In addition to AMD, I don't want to just talk about that for the next half hour. What else do we see here? I'm looking at...
I still think it's interesting right now that like the Qs are at its like high of the day. Things are still ripping, but Tesla's like pretty much well off its high. Not well off, but it got all the way up above 790 and is...
Look at this. Sorry, where's my chart? Look at that.
AI?
Look at AI today. This thing got cracked this morning. Their earnings report was not good. Wow. Coming all the way back. Do we think AI can get to unchanged today? That would mean it would have to get to 18.
Oh, all right. Here comes Tesla. Now Tesla's playing ball.
AI would have to get to 1850, 1855. Can it do it, you think?
It certainly could.
Wow. Is there some news rolling? That's honestly what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, it is very much an ARK rally, right? The ARK names.
Everything tech, yeah. Everything tech is going here. I honestly don't know. Here, let's like search around the media because we have nothing. I think this is just nothing. I think this is just the market, honestly. Should we keep the music on? It's soothing, right? Yeah, Anthony, everything growth. Everything is popping. Roku. So this is what you do, right? You look for the stocks that are not moving, the tech stocks that are not popping, and you throw those in a watch list. And you either wait for that, either you like set a limit order to buy if it starts moving, or you outright sell it if it's just not going to participate on a day like today when everything's moving. Like the entire top of my scanner tool in Pro, it's all. Oh, look at your Asana.
I know, but they don't report till tonight.
I know. Come on, you still own it, right?
Yeah. What was the other company that was?
You want to sell into this?
That was
please
trading way up into.
There's a CrowdStrike.
Yeah.
You want to sell into this earnings report, into this earnings pop? I think you should.
I already sold most of my Asana positions. So what happened was I bought it at like 40. It went to 70. I sold like the majority of my position. I kept a few shares. I'll look right now. I'm pulling up my portfolio, my trusty port. Asana, I hold 7 shares for a market value of $170, and it's up 14. I'm up $22 on it today. I don't like me selling my Asana shares for 170. Like, just doesn't really do much for me in my long-term portfolio.
That's fair.
I might as well just hold on to it.
That's fair. By the way, I just looked at my Fidelity account. My top gainer on a percentage basis is the cybersecurity ETF.
Wow, you know when I was talking about Rivian on the show a couple weeks ago?
Yes.
When I added, I'm up already 18.2% on my Rivian position in like 2 weeks. But I bought it for a long-term investment.
Then why are you looking?
I don't know.
Don't look. That's how we screw ourselves up, right? When we do a trade and it becomes an investment, or we do an investment and it becomes a trade.
No, I'm not gonna sell it. It's just like, wow.
But now you want to.
Not even really. I just like, if I would have known it was gonna be up 18% in 2 weeks, and I would have put a trade on it as well.
All right. So I think what I'm going to do on tomorrow's show, by the way, tomorrow's show is going to start late. We're not going to start this show until about noon because our all access show is going to go until noon tomorrow. So this show is probably going to go from like noon to 2. But I think what I'll do on tomorrow's show, since it'll be my last one, is I'll run through all of the sites that I use to do research.
That's a good idea.
On things, because I have them all bookmarked. I'll do it on tomorrow's show. This is why I hate trading, because I'm obsessed with this AMD now. But let's move away and let's look at crypto. Okay, we talked about Solana a little bit earlier. Let's pull up the heat map. I'm guessing crypto is green today. If I had to take a wild guess, shot in the dark, I bet you crypto is up. Let's find out. Oh, wow.
Christmas.
Not what I expected. Solana, no. All right, Bitcoin stay above 30, please. ETH get back above 2,000, please. Solana, I don't even know what to do with you. Didn't expect this. Nothing really to say about it. What is XMR? It's a new one for me. Oh, that's Monero. All right. I don't know. I never heard of some of these like XLM, Stellar. I never heard of Stellar. Never heard of Leo. What is Leo token? I don't know. I don't know. I asked that yesterday. See, Shelly? It goes in one ear, out the other. All right. I don't know what to say about this. I guess Cardano, whoop-de-doo, up 4%. Yeah, I know. I've heard of Monero. I just didn't know XMR was the ticker. All right. If you want to free Bitcoin, you know what to do. You go to Voyager. You open an account. You use the code ZING when you sign up. You fund your account with $100. You make a trade, and then Voyager sends you $50 in Bitcoin. Check it out. I got nothing to say about this. It's mixed. I'm in hodl mode across the board, so that's it. AMD putting in a red 15-minute candle. Is this going to be the first red 15-minute candle for AMD in a few hours? Let's find out. Time will tell. All right, Chris Cacci will be joining us here as well from the Roadmap. He's the co-host of that show. And I see we have a few videos here in the queue. Are these trailers? Are we supposed to play these trailers? Maybe we'll wait for Mitch and Chris to hop on. Oh, Mitch is here right now. What's up, Mitch? He's in the background. We'll wait for Chris. That makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on in the markets right now.
Wait, I want to go back to my thing from earlier about I think you were gone when I asked about parking tickets. I mentioned that I have 2 unpaid parking tickets.
If they're
one of which I will pay.
Like,
but the other one I
think it depends on the city / municipality. Like if you
Yeah.
have, say you got a 1 parking ticket in Royal Oak and like you don't live in Royal Oak and you don't plan on like being there a lot and like plan on getting more parking tickets there, you're fine to just like not pay that. Like it's not going to affect you in any way. If you like get more in that neighborhood, then I think it becomes a problem.
All right. Well, this is a parking ticket. They're both from the city of Detroit. One of them was my fault. One of them was absolutely total bullshit. And I don't intend. And I actually tried to fight it, and then they sent me the court date. I got the letter on the court date.
Yeah,
and I was like, "What do you want me to do with this?"
Yeah, I've had some.
So like, I can't show up. It was today. I missed it already. Like
I've had some crazy like parking ticket story, like in Columbia, Missouri, where I went to school. They were like so strict with parking. Like if you left your car out on the street for like 15 minutes, you would get a ticket. And I'm pretty sure like for some reason I had to like pay. Like I had to just bite the bullet and pay them, and they had racked up over years.
All right, you know what? That AMD chart looks toppy. I'm going to sell, and as I sell, I'm going to bring. Can you bring Chris Cacci on the show right now?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
As I sell this AMD.
Hey Chris, how's it going?
It's going good. I was enjoying hearing the parking ticket stories there.
Chris, if you were me, would you pay? I've got 2 parking tickets outstanding. Would you pay them?
I mean, are you going to be a Michigan resident anymore?
No, but I'll still. Well, no, I'll be in the state for a few more months, and I'm coming back here. It's not as if I'm gonna like never come back.
I don't know. I feel like I've never been a fan of paying parking tickets, but
okay. Wow. All right. For the record, I'm out of my AMD 108. 108 was that.
What'd you buy it at?
108. 108.80 was my. I bought at 104.64, so I just made $4. All right. So, Chris, wait, is Mitch here? Should we bring Mitch on the show as well? You and Mitch were at VCon like a month ago. No, less than
2
that.
weeks ago. Yep.
2 weeks ago. And you and I haven't gotten the chance to speak about it. How was it?
So it was amazing. I mean, it was a blast. It was fun. It was work. We did a lot of running around inside this giant football stadium, right? US Bank Stadium in Minnesota. It was really well set up, though, for a first-year event. All to be contained in one arena. But there was a lot of walking or running involved to try to catch different panels. 4 panels going on, sometimes all at once. Main stage and some side stages, along with trying to do the interviews that we're going to talk about here in a minute.
Wait. So it was in this football stadium. So how could they have, where were the panels?
So the panels were off almost like where player locker room areas are, media areas, VIP, that type of style. Yeah. The main stage was actually on the field with the huge, stage and screens behind them, big speakers like Snoop Dogg, Pharrell, Mila Kunis, Ava Longoria, along with all these other NFT projects on the main stage.
Who were you most starstruck by?
Obviously, seeing Snoop do his interview on Sunday was really cool. We also got a surprise concert from Wyclef Jean, which was a surprise and takes me back, to growing up and listening to his music. So, but the really cool thing was having, press passes and being able to, bump into some of these celebrities, be up close with them. Mitch got some good pictures of himself, with Lisa Leslie backstage. He met Seth Green backstage. And then able to meet some of these projects that I had interviewed previously, on the YouTube channel, to actually shake their hand and meet face to face was really cool too. So.
All right, so we have a couple of videos here queued up, and I don't know which to play. I'm not even sure which. I see we have a few videos here. One of them this is a trailer for an interview with Avery Akineni,
So airing today, 2 p.m. Eastern time, right after Benzinga Live ends, is part 1 of our VCon series. So that features interviews with Avery Akineni. She's the president of Vayner NFT. Oh, cool. It also features Keith Grossman. He's the president of Time. We've got Betty, the co-founder of Deadfellas NFT project. And then we also have Rob Petrozzo, the co-founder of Rally, and fractional and alternative investment platform.
All right, let's roll that trailer. That got me pretty hyped.
It's pretty hype, right? I'm excited, and Spencer, I know you're a big fan of ETFs and diversification, and I'm excited to share our interview with Rally, right? Alternative investments. It's something Benzinga's really talked about over the last couple months. A way to diversify yourself. So. And I know AB, big fan of sports and sports memorabilia. Rally offers investments in, trading cards, sports memorabilia, books, cars. They also got into the NFT space. So instead of having to buy a full, Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT for 6 figures, you can buy shares in a Bored Ape just like you would a stock, right? So I own shares in several Bored Apes because I don't have 6 figures, to get into a Bored Ape at this point. So I think it's a really cool platform. And, I really want to share, Rob's vision for the company and why they got into NFTs in the first place. Also excited, so a lot of these projects, these founders sometimes are anonymous, right? They don't show their face. They don't want to, say their name, due to privacy or just, not being out there. Betty, the co-founder of Deadfellas, actually doxed herself at VCon. It was the first time people saw who she was, and that was really cool. We have one of the first video interviews that she's ever done, on camera instead of sharing, just her avatar. So that's pretty cool to share as well.
That's a pretty big deal.
Definitely.
Wait, I wanted to pull up that. I've heard of Rally before. This is Rally Road, right? Is that
Rally
So,
RV,
Yep. So that's the hold on. That's what the site. Yeah, they're not like they've been around. They're not some project that was announced like last week. Like Rally Road's been around for a little while now. I should probably look into this. I've never actually done it.
Sign up. I signed up probably a year and a half, 2 years ago, and I own stakes in cards, NFTs, a pair of Michael Jordan shoes. One of the really cool things was they actually brought some of their assets to VCon. So they had display cases with these trading cards. They also had, so they own right there on the screen, Kobe Bryant farewell floor. So that is the floor that Kobe Bryant played his last game ever as a Laker. They have a piece of it that they brought to VCon. You'll see it in the background of our interview. They also had a piece of that Triceratops skull. That was actually on display at VCon too. I was able to take a picture of it for my kids. Just some cool assets, a copy of the Declaration of Independence. Some really, really cool stuff. Great video games.
An original Apple computer. That's cool. Yeah. So basically, you can like the Apple computer here is they say it's worth $429,000, but you can get a piece of it for $13.
Yep.
Right?
So you trade it just like shares of a stock. And I actually asked Rob on camera. You'll see it in the interview. One of the things they own is a bunch of Apple memorabilia. They have some signed Steve Jobs stuff. They have a sealed iPod, right? So what did Apple just announce? That the iPod's been discontinued. So what happened? Man. The price of the sealed iPod on their platform went up.
Oh my God! So, this is it. Yeah, this is it. Do we have a chart? Yeah, let's see if we can get a chart up here. Oh no, it's not working. Yeah. You know what my problem would be with this, Chris, is like there's all these things that I would invest in that I'm like fans of, knowing nothing about their secondary market value or their collectible value. Yeah. Right? Like I have no idea what the collectible value is on like a GoldenEye video game from N64, but I love that game. So like I would buy it not knowing anything, and I feel like that's not a good recipe.
I think the key is you just want to buy things that you think will appreciate. So like there's some, they have like classic cars on here or something, like anything to me that really has that rarity to it, like a classic Porsche from 1974 that's in mint condition. Like they're not making more of those, right? Yep.
And you'll see a Lamborghini in the background of our video as well. That's $500,000 car. So really cool. And they do share details. If you click on the details tab there, it'll show, recent auctions and, what comparable assets have sold for, and the history of some of these items too, like the graded cards, how many PSA 10s are there, as an example, is it a one-of-one card? So just a cool platform. And again, they dove into the world of NFTs to offer, fractionalization of these huge assets.
You know what my new dream job is as of a minute ago? I want to be in like the fulfillment person for Rally Road. I want to be the person who is tasked with actually acquiring these items. And
there
then
you go.
Yeah, that like going to card shows and stuff.
I don't know if I should say this, but there is a former Benzinga employee who works at Rally Road. So maybe Spencer could be next.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if I want to name drop or not.
Okay, all right.
It rhymes with Drew Levine.
I didn't know.
Intern Drew. All right, Drew. Cool. I miss Intern Drew.
Well, we hung out at VCon, so Drew's at Rally now, so he can tell you all about the fulfillment side.
Awesome, awesome, great.
Cool platform.
Cool to see Benzinga interns in the wild elsewhere. All right, we have the second video. Is that right? Can you
go for it.
Yeah. All right, let's roll that guy. Nice, very nice, very nice. This looks like you guys had a blast, and I can't wait to see the content that you got out of it.
So coming up 2 p.m. Eastern time today, the premiere of part 1, and we'll be airing part 2. Hopefully tomorrow, which features 4 more great interviews with NFT projects, Pixel Vault, Cool Cats, Art Blocks, and Subducks. And then we have part 3, our exclusive interview with Gary Vee, coming up next week too, where I was able to sit down and ask him questions all about NFTs and VFriend.
All right. Well, Mitch, I trust that the redirect is set. If not, that's on you. Chris Kachi, co-host of the Roadmap show. Chris, thanks for coming on today.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
All right. All right, Aaron. We got 16 minutes until that episode of the Roadmap goes, or that premiere goes live, and then the Roadmap after that. What do you want to do for the next 16 minutes? Just kind of hang out? Talk about things? Yes? No?
Yes.
Maybe so?
Yes,
you don't know?
yes.
Tiny Pie said he always wondered what happened to Drew. Hey, the interns, they move on. The interns leave us. They join us. Then they leave us. And that's how interns... Some of our interns never leave. Like me. I never left for 7 years. I was an intern. What other people started here as interns? I think Luke Jacobi was an intern when he was like 19. He never left. Andy, let's talk my life. We'll do that tomorrow as well. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to be in Michigan for a few months.
Sorry, I'm just doing something real quick.
Aaron's like working while he's on stream.
I was on a spreadsheet.
Aaron Thomas, did you get me lunch? Oh, he actually did. I was joking. He actually did.
Did you actually get him lunch?
Wait, I can't tell if he's kidding or not.
I mean, you can have my lunch.
Okay, he's kidding. Your poker face throw me for a loop here.
Someone's saying Facebook's about to break out. I don't know what's going on in the markets right now. Honestly, I'm not buying. Dude, the Qs are up 2.2% now. The Qs keep moving up.
but what happened yesterday? Hold on, what happened yesterday? Right? Oh wow, he actually came and got food. Okay, so let's look at this chart here. All right, this is what we've been in. It's just been like a chop fest. Yesterday we're down 2%, right? Today we're up 2%. It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, it's probably going to be more of this until the Fed decides to stop raising rates. That's it. Okay, and that might take months. That might take quarters. That might take 3 or 4 quarters. It could.
Google is so strong right now. It's up 7% over the last week. This is the stock that I said, like, if I had to buy the dip on any of these stocks, Google is the one I feel safest about, especially if we're heading into
How's Amazon doing?
Great.
Oh my gosh, Amazon again. Look at this thing. God, I hate myself every time. Every time I think I should buy an Amazon, I buy Amazon and I don't do it. This thing just ripped. What? This thing was we're up, what, $450? More than that in the last week? Man. When is Goog splitting? Tiny Pie, it's July 15th. Man, what a freaking run here. Let's go back to the watch list I keep for the market. What's not playing ball? Utilities. XLU. Sucks to be boring today. Even energy's up.
I know. Okay, I actually do want to talk about this for a second. This is weird to me that your Chevrons, your Exxon Mobil's,
XLE's flat.
Are doing well today, or at least like not doing bad after.
I mean, they're underperforming.
Yeah, but we got the announcement that OPEC Plus is going to be pumping out more oil.
All the oil.
That by basic knowledge would tell us that means as they increase the output of oil, that will lower the prices, which will hopefully lower gas prices, which would cut into...
That's what that was. Right there.
And then they said, okay, even with the increased OPEC production, oil's still going to be expensive. These companies are still going to be making a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. But today was like the confirmation that like they officially agreed to do it.
Yeah, today's the meeting.
I guess that's fine. I guess that's that rumor versus the news.
And then Joel had the great conspiracy, which I have to believe, which is like, how do we know these OPEC countries are actually abiding by their own cuts, right? Like no one actually knows, right? We don't actually know. We'll never know. Like, do you believe Saudi Arabia when they say, "Oh, we're gonna cut production by X barrels per day"? Like, come on.
It's like when they made the.
Come on.
I forget what it is now, but we were talking about it during the Russian-Ukraine invasion when whatever the deal was made.
Oh yeah, Putin said. Was it Putin? The Russians said that they were at the table to negotiate.
Well, that
and the whole market ripped on that.
No,
that was stupid.
but also that people were talking about a deal we made like back in the day, like 20 years ago or something.
Yeah, it was dumb.
Where like part of the deal was like, yeah, we're not gonna work on building defense systems to missiles. It's like, do you really think we're not working on defense systems to?
Speaking of defense systems, it's been a while, aka a few weeks, since I've looked at the defense stocks. Let's do that right now. How's Lockheed Martin doing?
Still pretty well.
Quiet. Very quiet.
It hasn't given up its gains from...
RTX. How do we look here? All right, it bounced a little bit. NOC. Ooh. Let's go to a weekly. Ooh. Talk about bunching up here. Look at this NOC weekly chart. Wow. The ranges are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Look at the range for this week. That's a $13 range. Bunching. You know what that means? We're priming for a pump or a dump. And then what's the last one? LHX. LHX. Consolidation. Interesting. All right. CHP. So many beats. Didn't CHP had earnings last night? Charge point.
No, I think they gave bad news today.
They had earnings just this week.
Oh, well, it looks like the earnings were good.
I mean, the earnings probably don't even matter. The earnings don't matter. This is a EV charging stock. Earnings are meaningless, right? It's all about 10 years from now. If you're in Charge Point for anything more, you're either in this stock for like a short-term swing trade, or you're in this stock for like a 5-year investment. There's no middle ground, I think. It's either one or the other. What is Muga? What is that? Do you know what that is?
I have no clue. It's probably some crypto.
Probably. Man, what a weird day today has turned into. Datadog ripping. Oh, let's look at Nutanix here. Okay, so wait, I'm sorry. Did I screw this up? I did screw this. That's NUTX is not Nutanix. Never mind. Nutanix is that stock had a big rip. Didn't it? Yeah, it ripped a couple days ago because it opened way lower and then it ripped higher afterwards because it was getting acquired, right? This was the Broadcom VMware thing.
Ooh.
Right? Speaking of, how's my ATVI doing? Nothing. Wait, is Muga actually a stock? Oh, I never heard of this one. All right. I don't know what this does, Quebec. It's a defense name? Really? I believe you. I've never heard of it. Let's go to the overview tab here. Manufacturer of motion and fluid control systems for the aerospace and defense markets. All right. New stock for me today. Never heard of the stock before.
Oh, Moog A.
There's Moog A and Moog B. Which is the higher volume? This one trades... What the hell, man? This one trades...
You know what else we haven't looked at in a long
shares
time?
a day. What?
DWAC.
This one doesn't trade at all. DWAC. Is DWAC... That deal is not going through, right?
No. So should we buy puts on it?
I bet you that... Yeah, might as well look them up.
I mean, yeah, I could buy some cheap $42 puts.
Oh, so cheap. The cheapest.
No, actually, they're not that cheap.
Aaron, do you have a take on the game tonight? The basketball game?
I think the Warriors will win in 6.
Boom. I'm with you. I'm going to say Warriors in 5. How about that? Oh, actually, I meant to talk about this earlier. Is anyone still interested in those Chinese education stocks? Because this TAL is at $4. What? All right. Anyway, I bring this up because another one of these names is getting officially delisted today. ZME is getting kicked off the New York Stock Exchange, and that's a Chinese education stock. How is TAL up to $4? Wow. And then the other mind boggler is Redbox. RDBX. How is this thing at $6.50? It makes no sense. It's getting bought for 50 cents a share. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Yeah, EDU and TAL, these things are EDU's at 13? These things are threats to get delisted. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. When's the last time you looked at DD? Been a while?
Been a while, yeah.
Yeah, that's getting delisted too. $1. Talk about a freaking rug pull. All right. It's 1:55.
I'm doing another quick check on the Qs. Damn, we're still ripping. Two. I might buy some Q puts that expire tomorrow. I feel like this is a move to fade. I'm still bullish.
Fading is working. Fading is working always in this market.
It's been working.
Not always.
Until it doesn't.
Exactly. Hey, out of curiosity, morbid curiosity, how's AMD doing? Oh, it's right where I sold it. That's interesting. It's right where I sold it. Huh. All right. Wow. Big day. On the earnings front, we kind of did that already, but I'll bring up the calendar one more time so y'all can kind of get a feel for what is coming tonight. I'm going to go ahead and call tonight kind of the last big night of the earnings season here. Lulu, Asana, CrowdStrike, Okta, Restoration Hardware. That's what we've got. And you're bullish, Lulu, and you talked me into being bullish, but
I'm bullish, Lulu. I still don't know if I'm going to play it or not. I'm going to look at the calls right before market ends today and see if I want to, potentially place. I'll probably play some call spreads if I end up playing it, just because it'll be cheaper. But yeah, I mean, I'm not buying this overall market move right now. I wouldn't be surprised if we give all of that.
You are skeptical.
Yeah, I'm a skeptical goose.
Skeptical skipper over here.
Which probably means the market will keep ripping, which I will be gladly happy with. I'm very much, even if I buy a couple QQQ puts, very, very, very much still net long.
Of course, this should go without saying.
Net
long.
I'll say it anyway. Oh wow, Callaway has been making a nice move since we've been on the show. Up now 6% today. I like Callaway here. I think even if we run into some
where did I sell my Callaway? Like 25?
Consumer weakness, people are still gonna be buying golf clubs. Those aren't the type of consumers that will have their pocket books.
I think I sold my Callaway like 25. I think I bought it like 28, sold it 25, something like that.
People still have pocket books?
No, they have man bags like Aaron Thomas.
Or billfolds?
I'm sorry, summer bags.
Billfolds?
I don't know what that is. Jonathan Lawless just went short the Qs.
You don't know what a billfold is? Oh, actually, Spencer, wait. I have a fun thing that you could do real quick. This actually might take more than 3 minutes, though. Is the only problem.
All right, we gotta be off here in like 2 minutes. So.
All right. Well, then maybe we'll do it tomorrow. Anyway, there was this quiz that New York Times. It's actually really old, but it's like a quiz that New York Times has, where you type in, or it asks you like, do you say this or that? And after 25 questions, it gives you a map of like where it thinks you're from, and is insanely accurate.
Do it to me. Send it to me. I want to do it.
Right.
I can't do it right now. We don't have time to do it right now.
It was insanely accurate. Like I did it, and like literally the whole eastern part of Missouri was like deep red, as like this is the region you match with the closest.
Nice.
And I had my friend from here do it, and it was eastern Michigan was like deep red. You know.
Awesome. All right, guys, that'll be a wrap for our show today. Any feedback, you can always email us, shows@benzinga.com.
Oh, I'm going to drop the link in the chat just in case anyone wants to do it.
Check out Benzinga Pro. Email Aaron Bree at benzinga.com to get into that free, extended free trial of Benzinga Pro. There's also a discount code.
And then stay tuned because we've got the roadmap coming up special. No, it did not have that question, Chris. But there was... I was wondering like how it knew like which giveaway it was, because I know my friend that from up here that did it, there was like a pop versus soda question. They were like, I feel like I know if I say pop they're gonna like if that's gonna be a giveaway, and I was like, well, you can't lie to it, just put what you say. And they were like, well, I said pop growing up, but I don't really say it anymore. But yeah, we're gonna do it either tomorrow on the show or with Spencer right now, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, maybe we'll do it. I want to do it right now after, and then we'll do it tomorrow again on the show.
Okay.
Now I'm very curious.
There are other like it doesn't ask the same 25 questions each time.
That's awesome. All right, smash that like, please. How many likes do we have today? Can we get to 500? We're definitely not at 500 likes. I feel pretty good at confident saying that. Let's get to 400. We're at. Come on, computer. You're slow. We're at 96. Let's get to 150. It's a low bar to clear. Thanks to our guest today, our one guest. We only had one guest on. Oh yeah, we had two. We had Chris and Vivi. Thanks to all of you, obviously, for hanging out with us. We appreciate that. And we're going to end the stream now. Send you over to our first of 3 video recaps of VCon, followed by the roadmap, followed by At the Close with Joel and I at 3:30. Everyone have a great rest of your day. Stay green out there. As if that's hard today.